want to recognize our Spirit Girls for this homecoming game and all their support.
I'm Sergeant David Rivard with the Goffstown Police Department. The traffic pattern for pickup and drop-off at Maple Avenue Elementary is going to temporarily change. This change is a test to see if this can become a permanent solution to congestion problems on the road using a three-step process. Step 1 is to temporarily place a parking ban along Maple Avenue on the northbound side. Step 2 is to change the direction of the flow of cars. As you can see, all traffic will be directed southbound on Maple Avenue and reverse the direction parents use now to drop off. All cars dropping off will now be required to take a right-hand turn northbound on Maple Avenue. And step 3 is to take traffic, including buses, and allow them to travel their typical route to the front entrance, but only make a left-hand turn out of the parking lot. Our goal is to ultimately ease frustration, solve congestion problems, and make for an overall happy morning and afternoon commute to Maple Avenue. I'm Sergeant David Rivard with the Goffstown Police Department. The traffic pattern for pickup and drop-off at Maple Avenue Elementary is going to temporarily change. This change is a test to see if this can become a permanent solution to congestion problems on the road using a three-step process. Step 1 is to temporarily place a parking ban along Maple Avenue on the northbound side. Step 2 is to change the direction of the flow of cars. As you can see, all traffic will be directed southbound on Maple Avenue and reverse the direction parents use now to drop off. All cars dropping off will now be required to take a right-hand turn northbound on Maple Avenue. And step 3 is to take traffic, including buses, and allow them to travel their typical route to the front entrance, but only make a left-hand turn out of the parking lot. Our goal is to ultimately ease frustration, solve congestion problems, and make for an overall happy morning and afternoon commute to Maple Avenue.
Storybook! They make movies over this, folks!
I'm Sergeant David Rivard with the Goffstown Police Department. The traffic pattern for pickup and drop-off at Maple Avenue Elementary is going to temporarily change. This change is a test to see if this can become a permanent solution to congestion problems on the road using a three-step process. Step 1 is to temporarily place a parking ban along Maple Avenue on the northbound side. Step 2 is to change the direction of the flow of cars. As you can see, all traffic will be directed southbound on Maple Avenue and reverse the direction parents use now to drop off. All cars dropping off will now be required to take a right-hand turn northbound on Maple Avenue. And step 3 is to take traffic, including buses, and allow them to travel their typical route to the front entrance, but only make a left-hand turn out of the parking lot. Our goal is to ultimately ease frustration, solve congestion problems, and make for an overall happy morning and afternoon commute to Maple Avenue. I'm Sergeant David Rivard with the Goffstown Police Department. The traffic pattern for pickup and drop-off at Maple Avenue Elementary is going to temporarily change. This change is a test to see if this can become a permanent solution to congestion problems on the road using a three-step process. Step 1 is to temporarily place a parking ban along Maple Avenue on the northbound side. Step 2 is to change the direction of the flow of cars. As you can see, all traffic will be directed southbound on Maple Avenue and reverse the direction parents use now to drop off. All cars dropping off will now be required to take a right-hand turn northbound on Maple Avenue. And step 3 is to take traffic, including buses, and allow them to travel their typical route to the front entrance, but only make a left-hand turn out of the parking lot. Our goal is to ultimately ease frustration, solve congestion problems, and make for an overall happy morning and afternoon commute to Maple Avenue.
Welcome, Grizzly Nation. Here we are, homecoming, October 15th, 2016, Game 7 for the Goffstown Grizzlies.
Wow, this is a really big game for Goffstown.
Hang on.
We are live, so a really big game for Goffstown. This is not only for Goffstown, but for us. This is our first big broadcast. We've got 4 or 5 cameras, instant replay. It's going to be a really big production for GTV.
A lot of big production, a lot of great volunteers with the students helping us out, and what a perfect day for football. It's fall, it's a beautiful day, and Scott, let's take this opportunity real quick to take a look at what's happened so far for the Grizzlies this season. You know, we started out the year, first game of the year against Londonderry. What's your first thought that comes to mind with Londonderry?
My first thought was we probably should have won that game.
My first thought is the mailman. He opened up the season just as we expected that he was going to deliver, and he starts the game with a one-handed interception. The mailman is back this year. We're hoping or back today, rather. A big news alert, breaking news. Right before the show, we got that news, and it's going to be great to see him back.
Yeah, he's big for us on defense, but that Londonderry game, I have to admit, I didn't think we were going to pull that one out.
No, that was amazing. The ball ended up down on the 1-yard line. They fumbled the ball. They snapped it in the end zone, and none other than Adam Moses. Adam Moses, split that line like the Red Sea, like he does, landed on the ball, and that's a touchdown. That's a victory. And unfortunately for Londonderry, they don't look at they look at total score.
Exactly.
So that brings us to the Pinkerton game. What comes to mind?
The drive. I mean, that was a phenomenal drive. It was a great game by Goffstown, back and forth. I thought we actually did really well most of that game, but, Pinkerton crept back in it.
The Grizzlies started out fast. They were on the board first against Pinkerton, and you're right. There were 2 in particular series. It's called The Drive, folks. 7 yards, 97 plays, 92 yards. Ended up with Carter Comier in the end zone for a touchdown. And then what sealed it really was Charlie Keith with the interception in the end zone as well.
Tough game.
But the big play in my mind during that game, and I know we discussed it, was the 4th and 2 from our own 12. Coach Huff decides to go for it. Genius decision. They end up in the getting more than the first down.
Took a lot of courage for that one.
Week 3 brought us to Timberland. A victory there, 35-14. Timberland, in my opinion, is probably the team that's hasn't performed as well as everybody thought they would. Number 3, Jacob Post for them will be a Chad game. He will be a Chad game participant. That kid runs all over the field. But what was interesting there were 3 turnovers by the Grizzlies. Do you remember who had them?
No.
Carter Chenard had 2 of them. Remember, we tried to get him after the field, and he took right off. One of them was a pick six.
It was a pick six, yeah.
Those are the things that turned out in my mind. And then it was also the first touchdown of the year for Josh Juneau. He got his first touchdown.
And he's come along. I mean, he didn't really get much playing time the first 2 games, but since that time, he's been a featured back in this Goffstown offense.
Absolutely, a key feature of the team. So now week 4 brings us to Bedford. Other than the welcoming committee that we had, the Bedford game was a loss, 21-7. What comes to mind there, Scott?
Yeah, I just think Bedford was pretty dominant. I think for us, the lack of Duval really hurt us. And actually, I think on that game we had Peyton Bickford was also gone. So when we don't have 2 of your best secondary players, it's kind of tough when you're playing against the Bedford quarterback, who happens to be really good.
Yep. The 2 big things for me was, number 1, we held the Bulldogs scoreless in the second half, and certainly was the onside kick. You take away the onside kick in their drive, that now the game is a game of 14-7. I'm not nearly as afraid of playing Bedford as I was prior to that game.
I agree. I think we can give Bedford a game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next up, the sloppy game. Week 5.
Oh, boy.
Memorial. Sloppy conditions equal sloppy play. Turnover.
On both sides, but Goffstown in particular, very uncharacteristic of Goffstown. Normally, Goffstown is a team that holds on to the ball really well. In that game, I think we had 3 or 4 turnovers. So
well, Scott, there were 3 turnovers on one particular play.
Yeah.
Moquin threw an interception. Memorial gets it. Memorial has the ball. He fumbles it. Goffstown recovers. Goffstown fumbles the ball on one play. That's the type of game it was. Grizzlies come out on top, 17-7, which is always nice, but sloppy conditions. Not anything that people want to really remember that game. Last week, I was absent last week, game against Concord. Scott, fill us in.
The big story there was Nick Moquin hooking up to Castillo Diaz. I mean, 4 touchdowns, and I think 2 of them were over 50 yards. Really a very high-powered offense for Goffstown. I think the game was not as close as the score. We put in some second-string players towards the end, but Goffstown really dominated that Concord team.
And Scott, to steal a great quote from Adam, that's the only time that 12 and 11 equals 6. When you got Moquin connecting with Castillo Diaz, that's surely 6 points.
So now we look forward to this game against Central. I mean,
Big
what
game.
we know, this is a very big game. If Goffstown can win today, they've got a really good chance of securing a playoff spot.
Not
if
only
they
Goffstown,
don't, then it's a problem.
And it's a must-win on Central side of the ball. 3-3. This is a must-win for Central. The Little Green, if they come out of here with a loss, they will not make the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. The problem for Goffstown, or the challenge, is going to be in Central with their running back. He is a stud running back, and I think he's running all over most of these defenses this year.
Not only the running back, Scott, but obviously what adds to that is certainly the size. The size of the line, the size of the offensive defensive line of Central is dominating. As you and I were just gathering notes and talking to the coaches, what stood out in our minds, and we talked about this, was the size, 71, 72, 73. These guys are well over 6 feet, close, if not over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
A real dominating looking force.
So the big thing for today is going to be, can Goffstown do well on both offensive and defensive lines? Are they going to have to switch up some of their schemes? Because with these big players, you're going to have to double block, double team some of these guys.
Scott, I'm going to go with the Grizzly win today, and I'm going to say 28-21 Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to really have any predictions. I think it's going to be a really close game. It could go either way.
Yep, absolutely. Folks, thanks for tuning in. As always, I'm Al Potvin, voice of the Grizzlies, with Scott Gross. Here we are with all of our crew here at Goffstown TV Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, October 15, 2016, Week 7 of the Grizzly schedule, and here they come, Scott.
Wow, here is the Goffstown Grizzlies. Big, big game.
Big game today. The 3-3 Little Green from Manchester take on the 5-1 Grizzlies. I think, Scott, with a record of 5-1, I don't think anybody expected the Grizzlies losing 20 seniors to have the season that they've had so far.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, including myself, I really thought that they had a pretty tough schedule, lost too many really key players. even talking to Coach Huft early in the season, if you told him this team would be 500, 5-4, he probably would have been accepting of that. So this is a little bit of a big surprise.
Absolutely. And, you know, as we talked in the pregame, Scott, this is a must-win for the Little Green. If they do not win today, they are out of playoff contention. So obviously makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is that, you know, every single time I've seen Goffstown play Central, it's always a tough game. Always a tough game.
Central always plays the Grizzly tough. And, Scott, interesting, first time in 7 years that we are hosting Central here in our Grizzly Den.
That I did not know. So where do we play them? Do we play them at St. A's or something?
We've played them over at St. A's. We've played them at Gill, never here at the Grizzly Den.
So this is homecoming for Goffstown High School. The game kind of culminates a week of student activities. They kind of do class-type wars, and the senior class looks like they're all ready to go in the student section.
And you know, Scott, observation, the stands do look a little light, and we think it could be that fans might be staying home watching the first live broadcast of the Grizzlies today.
Well, this one is very exciting. So not only are we broadcasting live on Goffstown television, but we're also broadcasting in HD. So it's HD quality over YouTube. So that is a first for us. And again, phenomenal job by Adam McCune, our GTV coordinator, along with the numerous students that we have. We've got about 4 or 5 students that are working with us, operating cameras, the switcher. So this is a really big deal for Goffstown television.
This has taken Goffstown TV to the next level, I think, for all their sports productions. Here come the captains, Frankie Diaz and Nick Moquin. Missing one of the captains, Scott.
You were talking before about Alan.
Josh Tucker is absent from the captain's coin toss.
You were talking before about Central and their size. I think if you can see from the camera angle there, number 73 for Central, that's Zach Minch. And wow, he is a big, probably 6'4", 6'5".
If you think he's big, his brother's even bigger. Here's a shout out to the Minch family, who I know. Their older son, Connor Minch, was the USPHL goalie of the week. Very competitive junior hockey league.
But you can see just him lining up, and he's kind of next to Castillo Diaz and Moquin, and you're like, wow, hopefully he doesn't get a body on those guys.
Yes. Hopefully he doesn't come down on someone's shoulder for sure.
You got it. So it's but again, the Central team, if you look at their line, you're looking at boys who are probably average 260, 270, average 260, 275.
You know, looking at their record, 3-3, Grizzlies 5-1. This game is going to be a whole lot closer than what their records indicate, Scott. This is incredible.
Yeah, and you can tell, like right now, just Central is pumped up, Goffstown's pumped up. This is a rivalry game. Make no doubt about it. We did learn early on that there are a lot of friendships between the Goffstown players and the Central players.
Yep.
That many of them have gone to the same football camps,
summer camps in the summer, the youth leagues, everything.
So we did hear that they were talking a little bit of trash. Both teams were. So here we are.
They started talking trash in the summer.
So here we go.
This is it. Week 7. Scott, much rather play in these conditions than 2 weeks ago here.
Yeah, this is a beautiful day, probably about what, I'd say high 50s, low 60s at kickoff. Field conditions are okay. The field took a little bit of a beating during that Memorial game.
Well, not only that, this is the varsity field for the girls field hockey, the soccer, boys and girls. This field gets an awful lot of use, and you can, at this point in the season, certainly see that.
So what we're going to see here is the Little Green are going to be kicking off to Goffstown, and notable returning the kick here is Andrew Duval.
Yes, number 9 is back in the lineup.
So back there, you've got number 9 Duval, you got Chouinard, Castillo, Diaz. They're all deep. All 3 of them have the potential for a kickoff return run.
Well, they have all done it.
Yeah.
In their careers.
And then you got Peyton Bickford in the middle. So all
with
of
Joey
them,
Poisson.
Right.
Kicking for the Little Green is number 7, Zach Elliott. He will have kicking responsibilities for the Little Green all day today, is our understanding. He is a senior from Manchester and has quite the leg, Scott.
He looked good in warm-ups, and here we go.
From his own 40, kicks it deep into the corner, right to Duval. The mailman has his first opportunity, fakes it over to Peyton Bickford, tries to go right up the middle of the line, bobbles the ball just a bit.
Fumble.
Ball may be
the ball
loose.
Came out, and it looks like Central's recovered.
Yep.
So, and they have. So this is a situation where Duval has a broken thumb wearing a
A
cast.
short cast. His cast is a little bit
Right.
shorter. That may have played a role in his grip. Scott, I got to believe when you try to tuck that ball
Yeah, so
and
we're
you
gonna
try to grip that, that's certainly going to be something to zoom in on.
We're going to see a replay on this one from our booth. And it looked like he got hit, and he looked like he put his arms up, and then he got whacked on that.
Yep.
So now
Quarterback under center for the Little Green is number 5, DeStefano. DeStefano hands it right off, bumps right on the outside. Looks like Adam Moses tripped him up.
Moses got a piece of him on
Number
that one.
24, that's Rivera, Scott. That's who you were mentioning in the pregame.
Yeah, Rivera is the definitely the premier back for the Central team. He gets a lot of carries, and he is really the workhorse. I mean, you will probably see that he will touch this ball 50% of the time for Central. A tough spot, Alan, for Goffstown. A fumble on their 20-yard line. Not a great way to start off the game.
Not in the first 40 seconds. Let's see what DeStefano has with Rivera in the backfield and a big fullback. I can't see his number right
big
now.
offensive line.
There's Rivera cutting through the secondary. He's right there, wrapped him up. I think that's St. Ange, 27.
And it looks like about a gain of about 5 yards.
No, that's 20. That's Carter Chenard on the tackle for the Grizzlies. Scott, what's the number of that big fullback right in front of Rivera when they line up in the backfield?
I'll get you that in a sec. So it's now a 3rd down and 4 on Goffstown's 15. This is a big stop. And the other thing, too, is that we saw that kicker. This is an automatic 3.
This is an easy 3 for him. He certainly has the leg. Reminds us really of our own Sam Heidenreich.
It's that Mike Tessier. Looks like the fullback.
DeStefano under center to Rivera, goes right up the middle. Oh, wrapped up right away. No way did he get 4 yards.
No, he didn't. He was stopped at about the 13-yard line. That'll be about 3 yards short.
And that's Andrew Duval. Coming right back with that tackle.
So this is an opportunity for Central to put some points on the board. We saw in pre-games that this kicker, his name is
Zach Elliott, number 7.
He was kicking 40 yards out.
Scott, they're going for it. They are not bringing out the kicker. DeStefano just got the play call from his coach. He is going to go back under center.
That's real interesting.
With number 30.
You always try to get points on the board.
Joe Thrasher is in the backfield for Central. He's got 4 wide receivers. DeStefano looking to pass. He's going right. Pass is incomplete. On the coverage is Justin Pinard.
And you called his name earlier when we were talking, and Pinard has had a solid season at linebacker for Goffstown.
The majority of the defense for the Grizzlies will be coming back next year. They're either sophomores or juniors. All 3 stud linebackers will be back. Pinard, Brown, and Poisson. The Rovers, you have Duval, and Coleman Handrahan will be coming back. All
one
juniors.
of the things I tell you, if you're Duval, maybe you're going to buy a slice of pizza and a Coke for Justin Pinard on that one, because
Absolutely.
he picked you up big time.
So Moquin on a turnover of downs. Grizzlies the 1st and 10 on their own 13. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter on homecoming. Moquin, fake handoff, runs it right up. He's up, bumping to the outside, still on his feet. He's going to get dragged down, maybe for a loss, it looks like from here.
I think he got back to the 10 with his forward progress, maybe the 11-yard line. So he might have gotten maybe 1 yard out of that. That play didn't really develop, and one reason why it didn't develop was because the Central's defensive line got some penetration.
Moquin in the shotgun. To his right is Duval. Duval gets the ball. He's running around the end. If he can get to the outside, he got room. He's wrapped up and brought down right away by Thrasher. That secondary running back for the Little Green. Great defensive play by number 30, Thrasher.
Yeah, there's some big boys on the Central's defensive line. As you said, the captain, Zach Minch, he's one of them. He clogs up that middle.
Look at the size of him.
Yep. And then number 68.
Well, Moquin has his weapons deployed. He has Josh Juneau in the backfield, low snap, and he has 4 wideouts here, but there's a flag on the field.
I think we had motion on that. So that's going to set him back another 5 yards.
Boy, what a way to start the game. Not the way that Coach Huff would certainly want it.
No, you want to start off with good field position for one, and this is really difficult for Goffstown. You got to be very careful here because the ball now is on, your own 5-yard line.
Moquin rolling to the right. He's looking right. He's looking for Castillo Diaz. Pass is complete. Looks like that is complete to number. Who is that, Scott? Number 80?
Yeah.
Is that Heidenreich? 81.
Yeah, 81.
Jared Heidenreich on the reception for a first down for the Grizzlies. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Not a first down.
No, 4th and 8 for the Grizzlies.
They cannot possibly be going for this here.
They are going for this.
No, they're going to kick it.
Moquin, yep, he kicked it. Nice kick.
Yep, with an empty.
Right out to midfield.
Back. Oh, you got to get on that. You don't want to lose 3 yards.
Yep, let's grab on that. Little Green will take over, still in Grizzly territory at the Grizzly 43-yard line.
So that was a smart play by Goffstown not to go with a punt formation because, again, you're risking a block kick close to your own end zone. That's one. And secondly, you had really nobody back there for Central returning. So you kind of take those 30, 35 yards on that field position as a win.
Certainly a smart play call. DeStefano under center at the 43. To Rivera.
Nice job by 71.
What penetration brought down. 71 Filto brought down finally by Joey Poisson. Brings them all the way back into their own territory. Down at about the 47-yard. Oh, Scott, they're still putting him at the 48.
Yeah, I thought he was back a little further. Maybe they gave him forward progress.
Wow. Great sack for a loss there. Grizzly defense is very, very stingy.
Well, again, that's a very big offensive line for Central, and the fact that they were able to get penetration there is excellent. Now it's a 2nd down and 15.
DeStefano hand up right up into
big
the middle.
Big hole.
Big hole. Finally brought down by 52. That's Jake Brown for the Grizzlies.
But he picked up about 7-8 yards on that play. He's going to bring up about a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, 7-11 on the clock. Second possession for the Little Green.
Another big defensive stop for Goffstown. They want to get that ball back. It's like you got 3 wide receivers. One's coming in motion. You got stacked offense, bottom part of your screen.
Yeah, we got a different quarterback. We got number 4 in there. That's Hockham. Hockham looking to pass. He's going right.
All day long.
Still on his feet, going right. He's running on this one. He's going to get easily the first down on that one. Wow. That's Holcomb. That's a different quarterback. The Little Green play 2 quarterbacks, Scott. DeStefano gets the majority of it, and Alex Hockham, a sophomore, gets some of these play calls.
So that was not a first down. They're going to call that 4th down and 1, and this is a spot where you're probably not going to punt, so you're going to see the Little Green run a play here on 4th down and a short 1. I also thought that he was able to get a first down on that one. I was a little bit surprised by it.
Scott, we haven't been across midfield. Halfway through the first quarter.
And that's a first down
Right,
and then
big
some.
hole. Wow. That's 24. That's Rivera. He keeps running and moving his feet. He's moving the whole pile.
Oh, yeah, that was a missed tackle.
76 gets in there, and then he pushes the pile another 5
Adam Moses
yards.
had a piece of him, but he broke free on that arm tackle.
This is a much better team than a 3-3 record show, Scott.
Oh, obviously they've got the size, they've got the strength. It's all about the finesse at this point. Goffstown's going to have to match up on that defensive line if they're going to have a chance here.
Holcomb comes in again, the sophomore quarterback. I'm going to say, Scott, this is probably your passing quarterback is Holcomb.
And you got Rivera in the backfield. There's two backs.
Holcomb under center. Looking to pass. He's going right, going deep into the corner. Has a man, number 6. Diving for the catches, number 6. Alex Gilmet passes incomplete. St. Ange for the Grizzlies on the coverage.
And he had St. Ange by about a step. If that ball was put in the right spot, that was a six points for Central.
Yep. You know, the Grizzlies have their two backs. They got Chenard and St. Ange roving. They got Duval, and they have Peyton.
So we got Tessier as the fullback again.
Holcomb hands off to Rivera, number 24. He gets tripped up. Adam Moses comes sweeping
Adam
in.
Moses.
If he has a second, Adam Moses is going to grab you, wrap you, and bring you right down.
Yeah, and that last play with Jeremiah Nelson, I think on that one, he had an arm tackle. He's got to go low on this guy if he's going to – right, I'm sorry. He's got to go low on him. That was Rivera. I apologize.
Holcomb comes back in after getting the play calling.
So a big 3rd down and 9. I'm surprised the crowd is not into it as much. Usually
I think the crowd is a little stunned.
On defensive plays, your defense is screaming for the crowd to get into it.
Holcomb in the shotgun.
That's a
low snap. He's looking right. He's going right again. Short pass this time. Not going to be close to a first down. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Brendan St. Ange, number 27 for the Grizzlies.
Interesting to see if they go for a field goal here. Certainly their kicker has the ability to kick from this distance, but it doesn't look like the field goal team is coming out.
No, they're pushing the Grizzlies and pushing the Grizzlies. They're going to keep pushing the Grizzlies until they get into the end zone, and that's number 4 again, Holcomb. So look for a passing play with Thrasher, number 30, in the backfield this time. He has 4 wideouts.
Also look for number 1, Jeremy Chandler.
Holcomb.
That's a bad.
Bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down.
That's
bad
it.
snap. That'll turn over a downs again.
So Goffstown will take over the 25. We're going to get a replay on this one. And what you're going to see here is that just bottom line, it was a low snap. The quarterback was unable to grab it and really couldn't really do much, Alan. He had to pretty much sit on the ball. Because one thing you don't want that ball to be flopping around and then a Goffstown player picking it up and going for a touchdown. So wise play by the quarterback for Central.
Scott, it's really interesting that halfway through the first quarter we haven't been across the midfield yet.
Yeah, we haven't really done much on offense.
Moquin from the shotgun, handoff right up the middle. That looks like Josh Juneau got the duties on that call. He's going to be stood up straight.
Yeah, but he picked up about 4 yards
Absolutely.
On that play. There were some good holes that were created by the offensive line. And again, Juneau, as we mentioned in our pregame, he didn't really get a whole lot of snaps, if any, the first couple of games, but he has been a featured back for Goffstown the last, 4 games.
Interesting, the two approaches that both teams have. One calls in from the sidelines, the other has the quarterback come right over to the coach, Scott. Moquin with Juneau in the backfield. Low snap, he's rolling right, he's looking right. Passes up, passes completed to number 2085. That's Charlie Keith, first down. Grizzlies on their own 45, marching across midfield.
So we're going to get a replay on this play. And one thing that was strange on this was that there was 2 Goffstown players that were going for that ball. So I'm not sure if that was a mix-up in the route or not, but 2 players ended up going for it. Luckily, that didn't stifle the play.
Great pass by Moquin.
So now they're at the 45-yard line. That was their biggest play of the game so far. Again, they've got 4 wide receivers and a single back in Juneau.
Moquin dropping a pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He's springing free.
Under it.
He's throwing off as an arm, has a wide open man. That's Colby Putnam. He's going to get another first down. He's across midfield, and he's at the 41-yard line.
There's going to be a flag on Wynn coming in late. I don't know if he got pushed. Arguably he might have gotten pushed. I don't know if we can get a replay on that. But he came in flying, and I don't know. He didn't try to hurt anybody. They should pick this flag up because he clearly dove over any players. They're picking up the flag.
Excellent call, Scott. And that might be a replay opportunity to check that play out.
It wasn't like it was an intentional thing. He looked like he lost his ability to control his body, but he jumped over the player.
Let's start with Moquin on that play, scrambling under a lot of pressure, maintains composure, bumps to the outside on the left, makes a nice pass over to Putnam, and clearly the flags were right after that play.
Yeah, it was a very good pass protection, but what a job by Nugget on that one to duck under it.
Dipping, diving, and dodging. Low snap again, quick pass out to Charlie Keith. Pass is incomplete. I think Charlie wanted to take off a little bit before he had the ball.
Yeah, he was defended by Javel Desir, and that would have been an open tackle by Javel Desir to make that from not being a big play. So Goffstown is looking to get more or less one-on-one coverage with their wide receivers.
Scott, I got to say, though, I'm impressed with Nugget today. I mean, his passing is dead on.
Yeah.
He looks very sharp. The passes that have been dropped were either dropped because I think the receivers were under a little bit of pressure there and trying to take off a little too soon, but his passes are right on the mark right now. Moquin's under center, Juno to his left. Low snap this time. Moquin keeps it himself, bumping to the outside. He's picking up more. He's off. He got another first down for the Grizzlies. If he didn't get tripped up, Scott, that might have been 6 points.
Yeah, that tackle by number 10, Quentin Perez. If he did not make that shoestring tackle, Moquin gets 6. So that was a big hole on the left side. So if you got White and Wynn, who are the offensive linemen, they opened up a massive hole.
Scott, the first quarter's dwindling down. We're down to 3 minutes, 20 seconds here in the first quarter with a scoreless game. But the Grizzlies certainly have the momentum. First time across midfield. Moquin sending to pass. Has an open man across the middle. That's Diaz. He's open. He's got a touchdown, Frankie Diaz. And again, we'll steal the line. The owning time, 12 and 11, will equal 6. Moquin to Diaz.
Yeah, he had all the time on that one. I shouldn't say all the time. He had sufficient time. And what you're going to see here is he does a pretty much a post route with single coverage, and he just clearly beats his man for that touchdown. And with Frankie's good hands and obviously his phenomenal speed, that's an easy 6 points. So good job by
Scott. They looked like they were at about the 42-yard line, were they?
Yeah, about that. And, you know, again, when Moquin is on, and which I think he is on today, he is unstoppable.
Setting for the extra point is Sam Heidenreich, right down the middle. Plenty of leg, of course. That puts the Grizzlies on top 7-0 here at homecoming, October 15th, 2016, week 7.
So that was a big
Division
drive.
I football.
That was a big drive, Alan, for Goffstown. They started off horribly with a fumble on the kickoff. And when you give up those types of situations, where the opposing team gets the ball on your 20, you then hold them. So now I want to say two things in terms of Monday morning quarterback, if I may. Central had 2 opportunities to kick a field goal, and they didn't do it. And we saw their kicker has a great leg. I'm a little surprised.
Put the points on the board.
Put some points on the board. I mean, this game could easily be 7-6 right now.
You know, the other comment I want to make is to Goffstown's offensive line. Those guys are really given the protection that Moquin has. He's had plenty of time. He really hasn't had a lot of pressure, Scott, of close to being sacked from that shotgun position, and he's had time to get the passes off. And I think when he's confident on his line, he's able to make that pass right on the numbers.
Well, let's see what Goffstown can do on their kickoff here.
Deep into the corner. Beautiful kick.
Right about the 10.
Little Green fields that one right at the 10, coming up and around in the middle. A lot of Grizzlies there. Finally brought down by number 42. Haven't seen that number in a while, Scott.
Yeah, that is Mason Albert, and he had a special teams play last week as well in Concord, and this is one where Steve Fountain and I were arguing over who made the tackle. He said it was Brown. I said it was Albert.
Yeah, Brown is 52.
Yeah. All right, so we got Duval playing safety.
Stefano under center for the Little Green. Handoff. Nope. Right up the middle. Really got nowhere to go. Who's in there but Justin Pennard. Wraps him up. That was the fullback, number 44, Scott, that you had called earlier. That's Tessier.
Yep. And in on that tackle was also Evan Cuddy.
You know, looking at that line, you would say, oh my gosh, how can the Grizzlies' offensive and defensive line stay on the same field with these guys? They're holding their own. They're getting penetration.
Yeah.
We've got more penetration than they have.
You know, size is one thing, no doubt, but also strength. And if I know Goffstown spent a lot of time in the weight room this past summer, strength does matter on these offensive and defensive lines. Again, single coverage on St. Ange in the bottom part of your
Stefano
screen.
looking to pass, looking
He's
to go
going
up the
deep.
slot. He is
And
going
Duval
deep.
was late getting there.
On the coverage is Duval and St. Ange. Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 1, Jeremy Chandler.
Yeah, so on that one, St. Ange got beat, and he didn't get safety help from St. Ange. St. Ange was late getting over there. Again, that was a pretty good pass. That would have been 7 points, again, if he led him just a little bit more.
This time DiStefano is coming in, and again, Scott, I think we're going to see more of a running play. I think that's how they trade off their quarterbacks.
Now, Duval
perhaps.
has missed several games, and one thing that happens sometimes is you get sucked in on running plays if you're playing safety, and he did on that one.
Thrasher, the lone back in the backfield. Yep, this is DiStefano looking to pass. He's going to that corner again. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 32 of the Little Green, Mikhail Nama.
And Poisson and Handrahan were right there, but again, that ball was dropped. If he catches that ball, it's a first down.
Boy, Scott, yeah, you can see the difference of the team. I mean, Central comes out very strong, and it's been one after another possession where they're having to just turn over on downs and punt.
They're showing a different look on their defense in that situation. They actually changed. Goffstown changed up their defense, more of like a zone on that play. Here comes a punt.
Zach Elliott for the punt.
Good.
I'm sorry, no,
over
that's
end
Big
punt.
75. That's another guy. That's Carter Chenard on a fair catch. Number 75. That's a big boy kicking the ball. Isaiah Jubary.
And he did a nice job. Nice end over end, fair caught by Chouinard. And again, that's a good play for Goffstown.
Great
you get the
field
ball at
position.
The 42-yard line. You'll take that.
Scott, they got 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock in the first quarter. They lead 7-0. Plenty of time to march down about 63 yards, 64 yards down the field. What's that? No, sorry, 58 yards.
So far, Goffstown has featured an offensive set, Alan, with 4 wide receivers and 1 single running back. Now you're seeing what looks to be
3 wide receivers on this one.
Receivers.
Moquin to Juneau, right up the middle. You see that the
he
running
didn't get
game
much
is not
there.
going to offer a lot of opportunity today for the Grizzlies.
There's a flag on the play. These are usually offsides when the line judge throws them, and it's on Goffstown. And they're going to take that penalty, which is a little bit surprising. I think they lost a yard on that, and they're going to move them back another 5.
Clock will be adjusted to 1:54. The Grizzlies will find themselves back an additional 5 yards. It will be 1st and 15 with just under 2 minutes here in the first quarter at the Grizzly Den on a beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Scott, it has to be close to 60 degrees.
Yeah, it's gorgeous right now.
Moquin and Juneau. Moquin high snap. Juneau gets it. Bumps to the middle. Bumps to the outside. He's wrapped up right away. Nowhere to go on that run.
Number 10 with the tackle, Quentin Perez. Nice arm tackle against Juneau. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 14 for Goffstown. So, yeah, sometimes you run the ball to keep
the clock moving.
Well, you keep it moving, but you keep your defense honest so that when you do, you can do a play action pass off of that fake run. And now you're going to see 3 receivers. Heidenreich at the top of your screen.
Charlie Keith, and at the bottom is Colby Putnam, number 22.
And in the slot is Castillo Diaz. Again, not much safety help here.
No, there's no safety help here. They're going to get a pass off. And no, it's going to be Moquin. He's going to pass on the run. He's going to keep it himself. He's running up, picking up some yards. He's still down.
Yeah, you got to be careful on that
I think he's
one.
back to right where they started originally, Scott.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up about 3rd and possibly 8 yards.
I just don't think that you want to have a 260-pound Isaiah Jubary
No.
jumping on you. So Mick Moquin has to be smart.
But Scott, like you said, no safety help at all on those receivers. You get somebody like Diaz in single coverage. That's
why I'm saying it's surprising that you're just not running a quick
Moquin
post
looking to
route.
pass. He's looking for Diaz. He's going deep again.
That's a hold. That's a hold
that's a
on
hold.
number 1.
I can't even believe
I
the
don't
flag.
believe you didn't call that. Hopefully,
Let's see a replay
we're
on
going to
that
get
one.
a replay on this one, and clearly Jeremy Chandler had the jersey of Castillo Diaz, and they just did not call that.
That's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Grizzlies. 17 seconds remain in the first quarter, where the Grizzlies lead 7-0.
So it's a 4th down and 8, and Goffstown is
Moquin
going to kick
Yep,
it
they're gonna
again.
Give a little kick
Another
right towards
that's
that sideline.
Yeah, see if it goes anywhere. It doesn't. About the 32-yard line.
Little Green will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33. That'll close out the first quarter pretty much after their first play, Scott, with 11 seconds.
Yeah, so with 11 seconds left, I just think it's a good time with a little break in the action to give a lot of credit to GTV coordinator Adam McCune. He's worked tirelessly for the last 2 weeks to put on this type of broadcast.
Well,
and he
Scott,
is in the studio now doing the replays.
We showed up and everything was set up, which is always a treat, and there's a lot to do with this production. It might seem good. The HD, the live, with all the volunteers coordinating everything, and he even got us some pizza and gluten-free pizza at that.
Again, single coverage with St. Ange at the bottom.
This is
part of
Holcomb,
our
keeps
screen.
it himself. He's
Run
running right up the middle.
Oh, what a block.
Yeah, somebody had a big block. He's
And
running for a lot of yards. He's out toward the
They'll
sideline.
tackle him.
St. Ange will get him out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
That was a couple of missed
Big-
tackles.
Big gain by the Little Green.
What you're going to see there is that there was so many running lanes on replay. You're going to see so much green that it's opened up. And then number 68, Noah Chantasiri, he leveled the Goffstown defender, and there was really nobody around. That was a massive
That was a
play for them.
steamroller.
Yeah.
That was a big play by the Little Green. Hockham comes out to lead the Little Green. 1st and 10, under 1 second remaining here in the first quarter from the Grizzly 27. Hockham, 3 steps back, looking to pass.
Filto.
He's under a lot of pressure. Filto is doing what he can. Closing in is Brown. Brown will grab him and take him out of bounds. That's going to close out the first quarter with the Grizzly lead here at homecoming, 7-0 over the Little Green of Central.
Yeah, you're going to see on the replay here, Christian Filto, number 71.
He was huffing and puffing.
He does a spin move to elude 2 offensive linemen, forces the quarterback to scramble to his right. There's nobody open, so the secondary did a good job in coverage, and then finally Brown with the tackle. And keep in mind, Filto was not a starting lineman for Goffstown, and he definitely proved his worth there.
Interesting turn of events. A little momentum shift here for the Little Green, in favor of the Little Green.
Well, a 40-yard play will do that.
Oh, absolutely. And that was really created by the lineman, like you said, with the blocking. They're going to move the chains. They're going to move it down to the other end of the field. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Little Green as they trail the Grizzlies by 7.
And again, I think this is a game, Alan, where Goffstown really wants to get a cushion. I don't think you want Central to be in this game all the way.
No.
This is a too dangerous of a team. And I think what you're also seeing a little bit on defense for Goffstown is that you've got Duval playing safety, which means that other players are now playing different positions because Duval has resumed his safety spot, and it might take a little bit to get accustomed to it. And again, Duval is pretty much the only safety that Goffstown plays. They play a lot of guys
Hockham
on the line. Here comes a blitz.
Hockham under pressure, passed off, off right away. Grizzlies, you called it a blitz. Joey Poisson penetrated that hole really quick with Justin Pinard, and also Nigel Okereke broke through that line as well, and Adam Moses. The whole line just
So
went
what
through.
you're going to see in the replay here was there was a run blitz. You had Adam Moses got in there, and then obviously Justin, he basically just sealed that gap. So there was I think they lost about 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, that certainly pushed them back. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah. And again, this is no man's land for Central. They'll probably go for it on 4th down as well.
Hockham in the shotgun.
4 wide receivers, 2 on each side.
Hockham 3 steps back, going to his right, under pressure by
That was a
Filto
hold on
again.
30.
Absolutely a hold. Wrapped up by Coleman Handrahan. He's going to be tossed out or tossed down.
That'll be a first down. You get a replay on this one,
Wow,
too.
that's certainly a hold. You could see the jersey being stretched.
Yeah, well, we could see it from here. But on that particular play, it was just really good job by the receiver for Central. He went to the open spot. It looked like Goffstown was kind of playing like a soft zone on that. So that'll be first down and 10.
1st and 10, just under 11 minutes. As the Little Green are knocking on the Grizzlies' door, looking to come on in for 6 points.
Low snap.
Low snap. Hockham, quick pass out. Pass was caught. It's going to be short of the first down. Looks like that's number 23.
So
that's Aiden Greenmany.
So what we're going to see on the replay here, Alan, is look like Brandon St. Ange had excellent coverage. I think he went for the interception, the pick, and then he wasn't able to knock the ball down or even get in a piece of it, caused Central receiver to grab it. So now they're going to be on their 4-yard line.
Actually, yeah, they have it at just about the 4.
So that'll be a 1st and goal.
Got a lot of people in the backfield there behind Holcomb. Pass off Thrasher, it looks like. I don't think he's there. He definitely didn't get it.
He didn't. He got to about the 2-3 yard line. I think number 52 was in on that tackle, Jake Brown. Well, they're going to spot the ball at about the 3.5 yard line. Again, that'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Little Green. This is a very, very big offensive set for Central to get back in this game. Will they pass the ball at all? That's the question. I mean, they certainly have the beef up front to run it.
Hockham under center, 2 in the backfield for his support. Hands off
hand
right
off,
away.
And he's going to get this.
That's Rivera.
Oh, no.
Wow, Duval is there.
Duval came from nowhere.
That's 24. Rivera comes from all the way from in the end zone and kind of takes care of it.
So, Alan, on the replay, what we're going to see here is that Duval, he really exercised his speed there. I didn't think that he was going to be able to get there.
He caught up to him pretty quick, didn't he?
He caught up to him really quick for a loss of about 3 yards. So what an outstanding play. That's the difference that Duval can make.
Well, that's the difference that he makes, and that's their premier back, too. It's not like this is some second-string running back.
I honestly didn't think that we'd make that play. It just seemed like he had too much green to work with.
For the Little Green this time, Thrasher is in the background. Hockham under center. He's looking to pass. Quick pass out left. Pass is nearly intercepted by Jake Brown. Got some hands on it. He's not too happy with the Little Green, number 12. Looks like he got some 13. Kind of was in his face. That's Tangway.
Our studio, Alan's going to show a replay on this one, and really Jake Brown just steps in front of the receiver and bats the ball down. So now we're going to see a field goal by the Central, and that's Zach Elliott, a place kicker. Tough angle for a kicker right now where the hash mark is. It's on the left, far left hash.
Kick is up.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. He has plenty of leg for that. That's easy for him. That's 3 points for the Little Green. Grizzlies still lead here at homecoming, 7-3. 9:07 on the clock remaining in the second.
Yeah, so
quarter.
Interestingly enough, Alan, I think it's safe to say that had the Little Green not gone for it on 2 4th downs in their first 2 drives, this game could be 9-7 Central.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of a momentum shifter, but that was a really good drive, a very impressive drive by Central, really highlighted by that 45-yard play, which it looked like the Grizzly defense kind of collapsed on that one because there were so many tacklers that weren't able to touch him on that. So the stands are filling up here in Goffstown. We're getting a crowd shot right now. It was a little bit sparsely populated early on. This is the homecoming game for Goffstown High School.
Little Green getting set to kick off to the Grizzlies. Back to receive for the Grizzlies are the usual suspects. Frankie Diaz, number 11. Peyton Bigford, 14.
So if I was to predict
41.
Predict a touchdown here.
Carter Cormier checks himself into the game. And Andrew Duval.
I think it's only a matter of time for Goffstown to return a kickoff for a touchdown.
We haven't done that in a few games. Carter Cormier running back. He's all the way down
kick
at the goal line. Goffstown does their play, and it's a
fumbled
fumble. They fumbled the ball.
It's still loose.
Let's see who comes up with this one.
Very sloppy.
Yeah. Grizzlies have the ball.
Has it, but
very luckily, they're calling Goffstown with the ball, although a Central player came up with the ball.
Yeah, so we're going to see this one on replay. Our studio is going to bring it up. And basically, the way that play works is Cormier gives the ball to Bickford, and then Bickford then picks who's going to get the handoff. and that was just a sloppy exchange there. So that ball will be placed at the 10-yard line for Goffstown. And that's a play that Goffstown executes
very
all
well.
the time.
Very, very well. First time that we've seen it not work. Grizzlies are first and 10 from their own 10. Hey, listen, the first half, we started out the same way. We fumbled the ball.
Yeah, but
only this time we didn't give it to him.
I think you want to be careful with the turnovers. No
Moquin
doubt.
looking to pass, looking across the middle. He still has the protection. Nice. Intended for 85, Charlie Keith. He had 2 men on him.
Yeah, but you're going to see here that you had Heidenreich and Castillo-Diaz wide open. One of them was to the near side of the screen in Heidenreich, and then Castillo-Diaz was wide open in the middle. So a little bit of a wrong decision on Moquin's part, which is rare.
Well, I think he was in the pocket a little too long. I mean, you know, they were closing in around him, so I think he had to make a snap decision. Grizzlies will be 2nd and 10 from their own 10. Moquin this time, Cormier in the backfield. Diaz in motion. Diaz, nope. Moquin gets it, looking to move around. Picks up
maybe 3.
Maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, 2 or 3 yards tops.
Yeah.
So that'll bring up to 3rd down and about 7 or 8. And they're going with a no huddle. Again, that's good for Goffstown. It keeps their offense on the field and allows for no substitutions for Central. So if anybody's tired, it doesn't give them an opportunity to substitute. So the play calls for Goffstown are brought in from the sideline. They use signals predominantly, and it brings in their formations and the plays. So again,
Moquin in the shotgun looking to pass, dropping back under a lot of pressure, has plenty of time. Carter Cormier has the ball, he's running out. Tackled down at the 10-yard line, really no gain on that play whatsoever, Scott.
Yeah, that was a screen play. It was devised to let the rushers in, to then dump it off to Cormier to run on the left sideline. But unfortunately, it was tackled very well by Central, and Goffstown's going to be forced to punt.
And Jared Heidenreich will get the duties, number 81.
So Central punt receiver is stationed at the 40-yard line. Tough spot for Goffstown
High
here.
snap for Heidenreich, and he's 6'3". Almost blocked, gets a punt off.
That's
going to get a
kick.
Grizzly roll all the way to the 45. In on the tackle right away was Jack Stinnett, number 933.
Yeah, he had a really nice tackle. That was a dangerous play, even by Central to pick that ball up. Those are ones where you could easily fumble. So we're going to get a studio replay on this one here. So it was a very high snap by the center. Heidenreich is able to corral it. He gets an end-over-end kick to about the 45 to maybe 50-yard line, and then Central is able to scoop that ball up, and then he's tackled by Stinnett. So good play all around by both teams.
You know, the Little Green has had excellent field position the whole
long.
game, and they have little to show for it, only 3 points. DeStefano under center to Thrasher right up the middle. Picks up about 2 to 3 yards on that running play.
So a helmet came off for Pennard. He comes off for this particular. Whenever your helmet comes off, you're forced to leave the game, and now you're going to have
Jack Stinnett, number 33, checking in for Justin, probably for just that one play till he can adjust his helmet.
Thrasher picked up 3 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Now coming Andrew DeStefano. So you're right, Alan. They bring the plays in with their quarterbacks. So they're rotating.
Quarterbacks come to the sideline at every play.
DeStefano. Seems like DeStefano is more of the handoff quarterback for some reason, but
that's DeStefano looking to pass. He's going left. He's under a lot of pressure by Adam Moses. Closing in is Jack Stinnett. He slides. He's down at the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 yards for the Little Green. Grizzlies defense doing a good job to get pressure on the quarterback.
So again, this one we're going to show another replay on, and what you're going to see is really good pressure by Moses. He takes about 2 or 3 guys, and then it forces the quarterback to scramble to his left, and nice coverage by Carter Schwenorp as he had single coverage on number 13, which was James Tangway.
Hockham under center, Thrasher in the backfield. He's looking to pass. He's going left. Pass is incomplete, almost intercepted, closer to Carter Chenard than it was to number 13, Tangway.
Yeah, so that must have been a screw-up. So I'm thinking there that Tangway got the wrong signal. He should have probably broke to the outside, but he broke to the inside, and there the pass was thrown accordingly. So now it's
The punting unit for the Little Green comes out onto the field. Grizzlies will get another chance at possession.
That's Isaiah Jubri is the punter.
Yes, number 75, the big fella.
And he had a really good leg. He had a good kick that first
This
time
is going to be
around.
down towards the goal line, I would imagine. Grizzlies have 4 back to receive. He's
gonna
running it
fake
himself. Panad is there to try to stop him, and he knocks him out of bounds.
Well, that's gonna
This
be
is going to be a
close.
close marker. Not quite sure, Bernard.
It's going to be close.
Yes, it is. It's short. He's short. Wow.
We're going to see
Wow.
a replay of this one, but
Great heads-up play by Justin Panard, and who would think a big fella like that would make that run?
well, not only a big fellow like that, but if you see this guy, he's probably 250 pounds.
Oh,
going
he's
for
heavier
that.
than that.
And that was quite the play by Justin Panard to stop
Wow.
him by about not even a yard shy of a first down there. So again, Central is playing like a team that is 3-3, Alan. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They are taking chances. They're not going down without a fight. They're
No, not at all. But you know what? A guy that size, he shouldn't have been knocked out of bounds by a guy 40 pounds lighter than him.
Yeah, but Justin Panard can hit.
He's the hammer.
He hit him. Okay, you got
Moquin with Cormier in the backfield. Cormier gets the call, running right up the middle, has a little bit of a hole. He's still on his feet, moving forward. He makes it all the way to the 40-yard line.
the ball was whistled dead. The ball did come loose, but it was whistled dead at the 40-yard line for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards.
5-yard gain on the play. That's a great carry for Carter. I'd love to see some razzle-dazzle here, Scott. Give me a razzle-dazzle play. Let's see if we can put something together and put a little bit of shock into this Little Green.
Well, we got Charlie Keith here to the near side of the screen.
Moquin in the shotgun this time, right? Carter Cormier
Big
right up the
hole.
middle again. Oh, boy, he's met hard. Still picked up 2 to 3 yards, but that fella for the Little Green on the ground, he hits hard. That's 68. Boy,
yeah.
big kid.
That's Noah Chanaceri, and we've called his name 3 or 4 times. And that was a really big hole for Cormier.
Yeah.
But that hole closed instantaneously.
Third with 2 to go for the Grizzlies from their own 43, 5 minutes remaining in the half.
I tell you one thing, Alan. I think Goffstown desperately needs a drive. I mean, they have not been able to sustain a drive since that one scoring drive, and their defense could use a little bit of a break.
Moquin in the shotgun. Cormier. No, Moquin, a quick pass out to Frankie Diaz. Passes too low, right at his shoelaces. He couldn't hold on to it. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. I'm going to say the Grizzlies are going to go for this. I watched a clip the other day. Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to see a replay on this particular play as well, and what you're going to see here is that it was almost like an option handoff, and then the quarterback recognized that he had a pass out to the flat, but unfortunately Moquin threw the ball at Castillo Diaz's shoelaces, unable to catch it for an incomplete pass.
Jared
Now-
Heidenreich, 81, set back for the punt.
I'll tell you, Goffstown worked on this punt protection in practice. I saw it.
He's back at his 30, gets a clean punt,
Nice
a nice kick.
End over
That's
end.
going all the way down to the 25. Grizzlies will stop that one right at about the 27-yard line. Little Green, they'll have their furthest job cut out for them today, Scott. Pinned all the way back at their own 27.
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about the Pinkerton game where Coach Huff went for it with 4th down and 2 on their 12-yard line. Here was a 4th down and 2 on their 40-some-odd yard line, and he didn't go for it. But I think that's an appropriate call here because this game is close right
Scott,
now.
there's been the analytics support going for it every time, regardless of where you are. I copied you on that the other day.
I read that. I thought
Did
that
you-
was- I
did
thought
you
that-
watch it?
I did. I thought it was a little crazy.
Interesting concept. You can't go a little crazy. You're all in.
Yeah. Here comes a
Hockham
pass
looking
play.
to pass, going deep on the right.
Intercepted.
Coleman Handrahan. Coleman Handrahan with the interception. Second straight game with an interception. Grizzlies take over with 4:26.
So, Alan, we're going to see a replay on this one, and what you're going to see here is Coleman Handrahan was kind of, it looked like it was some sort of a zone coverage, and he read the quarterback's eyes, stepped right in front of it, and was able to grab it for the interception. Outstanding
Great
play.
that he was near the sideline and was able to maintain his composure and be in bounds. Grizzlies 1st and 10 from the Little Green 40-yard line.
So Goffstown's going to start their drive at the 40-yard line of the Little Green with 4 minutes, 26 seconds left in the half.
Moquin Cormier. We got a timeout here on the Grizzlies at 4:26 in the second quarter. 1st and 10 with a 4-point lead with the score of 7-3.
Yeah, that was a really great play by Goffstown's defense. They really needed that. I tell you, I would like nothing more right now for Goffstown to charge down the field and get at least a field goal, if not a touchdown.
It'd be good to put a little bit more separation going into the half because Central will be receiving the ball, Scott, to open up the third quarter.
Because they did kick off to Goffstown. And I think Goffstown would like some breathing room. I mean, a touchdown here would give them a little bit
Scott,
of breathing
all
room.
this is one big play away.
We've talked about that.
Absolutely.
We had that in the Memorial game where.
And the coach has always said he just doesn't want to give up a big play. And Razzle Dazzle is written all over this right here for me. The Razzle Dazzle right here.
Well, I hope to see some good Razzle Dazzle. We've got
Cormier in the backfield.
outs.
Cormier gets it, running right up the middle. No Razzle Dazzle, just hard work right up the middle. Picks up a nice gain of about 5 yards, maybe possibly 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, I think he actually ran over some Central defender. Literally, I think
on
he
their
ran
backs.
On their backs. So now they're going into a hurry-up offense.
Moquin, Cormier has it. He's looking to pass. Passes out to Charlie Keith. It's complete. There's your Razzle Dazzle. First down, Grizzlies, no flag. Great pass. Who knew Carter Cormier could pass the ball?
So, Alan, why don't you set this one up for us on the replay?
Boy, when you take a look at this, you have the handoff right to Carter Cormier. He bumps out to the right side, has a wide open Charlie Keith. Charlie Keith leaps up there and comes right down, moving the chains. Grizzlies 1st and 10. Now they're on the 20-yard line of the Little Green.
Didn't know he had quite the arm.
I didn't, with gloves on.
Yeah.
Who?
So now the ball is placed at about the 20-yard line with a 1st down and 10. Goffstown marching with 3 minutes, 42 seconds left.
Moquin to Cormier, right up the, wow. Spinning around, he's still loose, he's on his feet. Picks up about 4 yards on that play. Carter is really having a terrific running game, Scott.
Yeah, so on this one, you're going to see that Cormier hits the hole, and he gets hit by number 34, Jacob Pafford, and spins out of that tackle to pick up an extra 2 to 3 yards.
Scott,
that was all quick
but you know
determination.
what? Haven't called these games. If we were critiquing anybody, we were critiquing Carter that he was an east-west runner. Today, he has been nothing but north-south. He's really changed the momentum in this second quarter.
So it's 2nd down and 5 with 3 minutes
Moquin
left.
to Cormier again, north and south,
Big
right
hole.
up the middle, big hole. Carter getting it done, and that's a 1st down.
What I like about what Goffstown is doing there, especially with Carter Cormier, is that he's holding onto the ball with 2 hands. He's like, they know that Central is trying to strip the ball and create a fumble, and he just did a really effective job.
Carter is doing a terrific job. Moquin and Carter in the backfield.
So it's a 1st down and goal on the 7-yard line.
Moquin to Carter. Carter
He's
gets
gonna
it.
get
He's
a
loose.
touchdown.
He's in the end zone. He's tripped up. Yep. Touchdown. Carter
Touchdown
Cormier.
for Goffstown. All right, we're going to see a replay on this one. And this one, to me, Alan, is all offensive line. So as much as Carter Cormier got the touchdown, let's look at what the offensive line did on this particular play. They created a massive hole on the right-hand side. Frankly, I think I could have gotten through that hole. And that's saying something, because I'm old.
Carter doing a terrific job. I'm glad Carter ended up with the touchdown there. He worked hard all the way down that field.
You know, we don't often give credit to the offensive line when it's due. A lot of times the glory goes to the quarterbacks and the running backs, but on that particular touchdown, the offensive line was magnificent.
Extra kick is good by Sam Heidenreich. That's another point on the board.
So that was a really good offensive drive for Goffstown. They were able to get a short field, Alan, based upon that interception by Handrahan.
Excellent job,
And,
nice interception by Handrahan. Really set up the whole drive.
Exactly, and that's really what the doctor ordered on that particular play. Goffstown had struggled a little bit on some of their drives. quite frankly, Central has played good defense, and they stopped them. But on that particular play,
yeah, it's
their
probably
offensive line, not only they gave protection on that Cormier play, and on his running plays, they're giving him holes to run between.
And Scott, I don't want to say I told you so, but I think I told you so. I was looking for a little razzle-dazzle.
Don't say I told you so. That's a toughie. My
How
wife
about
says that.
How about that, right? A little razzle-dazzle. Cotter, razzle-dazzle, Cormier.
I got my football wife here in the Eagles' nest. It's very tough up here, too. You know, we're competing for space.
It is. Fans, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast by GTV Sports. Come on down to the Grizzly Den or tune in to GTV 16 to enjoy all the Grizzly Nation has to offer.
We got big Brian Lewis here next to me filming for the team. They do
nice
instant
kick
replays.
by Heidenreich, deep, fielded by their own 12. A lot of pressure coming down. He's still on his feet. Number
That's
one
a
is
block
rushing
in
around.
the back. That was an illegal block in the back by Central. Again, no flag. I mean,
number one, that's Chandler returning the ball.
So we're going to get a replay on this one, and I'm not sure if it'll show it, but there was definitely an illegal block in the back. It looked like it was number one. I couldn't tell for sure, but that sprung the
Well,
Central.
number one had the ball.
Okay. It sprung the Central player for another 10 yards. And I'll tell you, we have not seen a whole lot of laundry on the field today.
No.
Other than maybe some offsides, but it hasn't been any
DeStefano in the shotgun.
That's a movement on the offense.
We might have Little Green moving back a little ways.
Looked like it was number 68, jumped early. It was. Oh, they're going to call it against Goffstown for a neutral zone infraction.
Interesting call. 5 yards given to the Little Green.
There's another thing, too. We saw this with the Concord game last week, Alan, the one that you weren't able to attend, and the Concord team was, almost like taunting the offensive linemen, and it caused our offensive line to jump 4 or 5 times, and finally they called it against Goffstown, against Concord. So it's a short
DeStefano
first down
under
and
center
5.
this time.
Looking
to pass. He's looking left. A lot of pressure under. That's Evan Cuddy.
That should be
there's
grounding. Nobody there.
There
was nobody
no receivers
there.
Anywhere near that. That should be intentional grounding.
Unbelievable that they're not calling intentional grounding here. I'm not so sure what the referees are looking at. There was not a receiver within 15 yards.
15. There was nobody within 20 yards of
that play. And you could look at the Goffstown sideline. I saw Coach Gary Perrin. He was beside himself on that, and rightfully so.
Great pressure by Evan Cuddy.
But those are very key plays, Alan. When a ref does not make a call like that, that would have been a loss of 10 yards, 15 yards, plus loss of down. Here comes another pass play.
DeStefano looking left, right up the middle in the slot. Pass is complete to number 23. But on the tackle right away is Carter Chenard. That's 23 for the Little Green. That's Green Manning. Aiden Green Manning on the tackle.
And we're going to see a replay on this one, Alan. And what you're going to see is the central receiver, Green Manning, he basically goes into their zone coverage, and he goes into the open part of the zone, and a nice job by the quarterback to feed him the ball.
Little Green, 1st and 10 from their own 45, 2:03 on the clock for the end of the first half. DeStefano, Thrasher in the backfield. He's looking to pat. Nope, Thrasher gets the call. Wide open in the middle. He's into the secondary. Still on his feet after a first down. He's tripped up. He's down at about the 41-yard line, moving the chains, 1st and 10. Clock will pick up and resume as soon as the sticks are in place.
So we're going to see a replay on this one. So this one looks like it's going to be a pass play, but it ends up being a draw play. So it kind of draws in those defenders that think it's going to be a run pass, and then quickly hands it off. That was a good 15-yard gain on that.
DeStefano with Thrasher in the backfield, looking to pass, looking left, going left.
Overthrew his receiver,
That's
number 20,
Rivera
number 24.
On the coverage was Bickford for the Grizzlies. 1:30 on the clock.
I'll tell you, I can almost see from here, from the Eagles' nest, if it's going to be a pass play or not, just by the way the quarterback sets up.
Yep.
It's obvious. He kind of, the way he positions his body over the center.
Yeah, he kind of tweaks himself a little
tweaks
to the
himself,
left.
and it's like he's getting ready to
pass the ball.
Right, to pass the ball.
Let's see. DeStefano under center again.
Handoff.
No, we're going to pass. Quick pass out right. Has a wide open man. Wow, that's number 1. That's Chandler. He was wide open, but closing in quickly was St. Ange and Duval. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
You got to be careful on that play. He catches that ball.
He's got a first down and more.
Well, first of all, we know that Chandler has good moves, so he could definitely pick up 10 yards, no problem on that. So the clock stops with 1 minute 26 seconds left. The ball is placed at the 41-yard line of Goffstown with a 3rd and 10. Another passing situation. Goffstown has been rushing only 3. Now they're rushing
Stefano
4.
in the shotgun under pressure, going really deep. No one's down there, but Bigford. Wow, number 13 was the intended receiver. That's Tangway, but he wasn't even close to him. That's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Little Green with 1:20 here remaining in the first half.
So we're going to see the punting unit come out. Number 75, Isaiah Jubri, who nearly had a first
it
down
keeps the
run.
Grizzlies special team unit on their toes, certainly, that this kid can run.
Well, especially since they play 4 deep.
And he's a big body.
He's going to punt this one, though.
Yep. Right from about midfield. He gets an excellent punt all the way down. That's going to get a Grizzly bounce.
You got to get away from that if you're the Grizzlies.
Yep. Grizzlies will be first and 10.
20-yard line with a minute and 11.
Plenty of time for the Grizzlies, especially when they air out the ball on these razzle-dazzle plays.
Right, and there's no doubt in my mind when you've got the receiving core that Goffstown does. I mean, you've got lightning fast speed in Castillo Diaz. Charlie Keith has proven himself. Now we've got Tanner Putnam. These guys are
Colby. Tanner was a baseball player.
I am sorry. Yeah. Colby Putnam. It's like a whole lineage of good athletes on that.
A lot of families with lineage here. Moakwood in the shotgun. Comier right up the middle, still on his feet. Wow, he's really driving. Picks up a first down.
Yeah, if I'm Goffstown, I call a timeout here. We're going to get a replay on this one, and you're going to see Cormier just moving the pile.
He moved the pile 10 yards.
Driving his legs. And, again, we're not talking about players for Central that are 150 pounds here. Some of these guys are 250.
Close to 300, some of them.
Clock is still going, 54 seconds left. I'd like to see Goffstown try to get another.
Moakwood looking left, rolling left, going to throw opposite way. Has an open man, incomplete.
That ball was, unfortunately, that was underthrown by Moquin. That'll stop the clock, though.
Scott, but that's tough to run left and throw left. You're throwing on your opposite. That's a very tough pass for any quarterback.
I agree.
46 seconds remaining in the first half. Grizzlies lead 14-3.
But now look at this. You've got you don't really have much safety help over the top here.
Moquin looking to pass. Moquin under pressure gets the pass. Intercepted.
Oh, boy.
Big
That's going to be a touchdown.
Yep. That's Zach Minch. That big number 73 with a pick 6.
So we're going to see a replay on this one. And Zach Minch, he goes up and gets the ball. And this guy is 300 pounds. No one's going to bring him down on an arm tackle. So a massive, massive play by Central. What a momentum shifter. Goffstown was about to head into the halftime with a 14-3 lead, and now it'll be cut to 14-10.
14, yeah, if the extra point is good.
A rough one for Goffstown. And you don't see too many interceptions from Moquin, and especially from a defensive lineman.
Kick is up by Elliott.
And that's good.
That's definitely enough leg. That is good. One official had no clue what it was. He looked over to his partner.
So, really,
change of events where the Grizzlies lead still, but it's cut this time, 14-10, 36 seconds.
Yeah, that's a momentum shifter because Central's going to get the ball back in the second half.
Absolutely.
So, that gives them some life from Zach Minch. Short of Goffstown getting a field goal, a kickoff return for a touchdown, that is definitely taking the wind out of Goffstown's sails.
Yeah, absolutely. And the crowd is filling in. Like we said during the pregame, this is going to be certainly a close game, and it's been every bit of that.
Well, you got to look at it from Goffstown's defensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, so far, they've only given up one big play, about a 40 to 45 yard running play.
Exactly.
Other than that, they've been pretty stout.
They've contained them, and going into the half, that's still what you have to talk about.
Right, but
you've held this team.
But the key is that we've given up really tough field position.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten good field position for one, except for that interception. And that play by Minch.
Great pick six for a big fella.
Was great. I'm curious to see if Goffstown tries their razzle-dazzle here with Peyton
Set back
Bickford in the center spot. It's a
low kick to kill the time off the clock.
They're going to do it.
Yep, there it is. That's Duvall, has the ball. He's across the 25, down at about the 30-yard line, the 29-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 with 30 seconds.
Well, knowing Coach Huft, he will probably just sit on this ball.
Yeah, I think so.
Although you could argue that trying to air one to a Charlie Keith going down the sideline or a Castillo Diaz and just try to, see if you can get a
one
step,
big play.
Yeah, one big play, get a step ahead of the guy. So Heidenreich is at the lower part of your screen. You got Putnam at the top of your screen.
Charlie Keith. And then Diaz right in that slot.
Yeah, Cormier is in the backfield. So let's see what they're probably going to throw the ball.
Moquin in the shotgun. He's stepping back. He's looking. He's rolling right. He's looking right. He's going down. He's got Charlie Keith. He's got a first down with that.
They're going to have to call a quick timeout here.
Yep.
And they do.
That's going to be a first time. I don't know if they have to call the time because the clock stops because they got to move the chains. 22 seconds on the clock. Grizzlies are driving.
I think you call a timeout.
Yeah, because the clock is moving now. Moquin set back, looking for Diaz, rolling right, looking left. Under a lot of pressure, still looking.
Throw it away.
I don't think he was inbounds. He's across midfield. Yeah,
Yep.
calling it a catch by Heidenreich, number 81, right in front of us.
All right. That was a great catch by Heidenreich.
9 seconds, Scott.
I'm not sure if we can get a replay on that one, but that was a great catch. And we are going to get a replay, and Heidenreich is able to straddle the sidelines. Again, Moquin scrambles, and he's looking, and I was hoping that he just throw the ball away. We're going back to live action now. 9 seconds left.
Moquin looking left, rolling left. He's looking to pass. He's looking deep. Pass is open to Duval. He's wrapped up down at the 36-yard line.
Call a timeout and give your kicker an opportunity to kick a crazy field goal for 52 yards, I guess, right?
They're going to give Sam the chance? I think we're going to get a
timeout first.
Yep, timeout Grizzlies. That's okay. I think they're going to, I don't know.
It's a 52-yard kick in high school. That's almost impossible.
I don't see Sam even coming out towards the field.
Yeah.
And he's on the sideline with his helmet on. So he's not in that huddle on the field. So I think they're going to go for something here. With 2 seconds, you're going to get one play.
I think the play that seems to work the best in terms of these, believe it or not, it's not a deep ball. It is actually a quick slant to a Castillo Diaz to see if he could elude one or two guys and get in for a touchdown. And then hopefully maybe you get a horse collar tackle or a face mask or something. But give credit to Central. I mean, between they've definitely been opportunistic so far. I mean, Goffstown appears to have the better offensive skills right now.
Yep.
But Central on that defensive play has really.
I got to say, I think the Grizzlies are a better football team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question. I think they're more talented. They're making better plays.
But aside from that Concord game, they haven't been able to really finish anybody.
Scott, we're going to get one play here. 2 seconds. Moquin looking to pass. He's got a lot of people going down. He's going left. He's going deep, and he has a man. No. Pass was intended for 81. Jared Heidenreich. That'll close us out the first half. 10. I'm Al Potvin with Scott Gross. We are here with GTV Sports. We'll come right back. Bobbles the ball just a bit.
Fumble.
Ball may be
the ball
loose.
Came out.
He's got 4 wide receivers. DeStefano looking to pass. He's going right. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Castillo Diaz. Pass is complete. Looks like 3.
Nice job by 71.
What penetration brought DeStefano handoff right up into the middle.
Big hole.
Big hole. Finally brought down.
2 backs.
Hockham under center. Looking to pass. He's going right. Going deep into the corner. Has a man. Number 6. Diving for the catch.
2 backs.
Hockham under center. looking to pass. He's going right, going deep into the corner. Has a man, number 6, diving for the...
Two backs.
Hockham under center. Hockham
That's a bad.
bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down. Hockham
That's a bad.
bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down. Hockham
That's a bad.
bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down. Backfield. Low snap. He's rolling right. He's looking right. Passes up. Passes completed to number 2085. That's Charlie Keith for
Juno.
Moquin. Dropping a pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He's springing
ducks
free.
under it.
He's throwing off as an arm. Has a wide open man. That's Colby Putnam. He's going to his left. Low snap this time. Moquin keeps it himself, bumping to the outside. He's picking up more. He's up. He's got another first down for the first time across midfield. Moquin sending the pass. Has an open man across the middle. That's Diaz. He's open. He's got a touchdown. Frankie Diaz for the little green handoff. Nope. Right up the middle. Really got nowhere to go. He is going
Duval
deep.
was late getting there.
On the coverage is Duval and St. Ange. Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 1. No, there's no safety help here. They're going to get a pass off. And nope, it's going to be Moquin. He's going to pass on the run. He's going to keep it himself. He's running up, picking up some yards. He's still down.
Quick
Moquin
post
looking to
route.
pass. He's looking for Diaz. He's going deep again.
That's a
Has him.
hold. That's
Yep,
a hold
that's a
on
hold.
not to kick it
Yep, they're gonna
again.
give a little
Another-
kick right towards
that's
that sideline.
Yeah. Again, single coverage with St. Ange at the bottom.
This is
part of
Holcomb.
our
Keeps
screen.
it
He's gonna
himself.
run
He's
it.
running right up the middle.
Oh, what a block.
Yeah, somebody had a big block. He's
And
running
he's-
for a lot of yards. He's out towards the
Don't
sideline.
tackle him.
St. Ange will get him out of bounds at about the 20. Hockham 3 steps back, looking to pass.
Filto
He's under a lot of pressure. Filto is doing what he can. Closing in is Brown. Brown will grab him.
on the line. Here comes a blitz.
Hockham under pressure, passed off, hand
Wow.
off right away. Grizzlies.
Two on each side.
Hockham 3 steps back, going to his right, under pressure
That
by
was a hold
Filto
on
again.
30.
Absolutely a hold. Wrapped up by Coleman. Handler points.
Low snap.
Low snap. Hockham quick pass out. Pass was caught.
We
It's
went
going to be
for the-
short. Pass off. Thrasher, it looks like. I don't think he's there. Hockham under center, 2 in the backfield for his support.
That's
Hands
another
off
handoff.
right away.
And he's going to get this.
That's Rivera.
Oh,
I think.
no.
Wow, Duval is
Duval.
there. He's
Becomes
looking
a
to
pass
pass. Quick
play.
pass out left. Pass is nearly into
Kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown.
We haven't been done that in a few games. Katakomia running back. He's all the way
great
down
kick.
at the goal line. Goffstown does their play, and
They
it's a
fumbled
fumble.
it.
They fumbled the ball. Diaz in motion. Diaz, nope. Moquin gets it, looking to move around.
For Goffstown
High
here.
snap by Heidenreich, and he's 6'3". Almost blocked, gets a punt off.
That's
Going
a
to
good
get a
check.
Grizzly roll all the way to the 45. In on the tack. DeStefano under center to Thrasher, right up the middle. Picks. That's
Oh, he
DeStefano
passes
looking to
now.
pass. He's going left. He's under a lot of pressure by Adam Moses. Closing in is Jackson Eddy. Slide back to receive. He's
gonna
running it
fake it.
himself. Panad is there to try to stop him, and he knocks him out of bounds.
Well, that's gonna
This
be
is going to be a
close.
close air in the backfield. Comier gets the call, running right up the middle, has a little bit of a hole. He's still on his feet, moving forward. He makes it all the way to the 40.
bit of a
Moquin
break.
in the shotgun. Comier, no, Moquin, a quick pass out to Frankie Diaz. Passes too. You're all in.
Yeah. Here comes
Hockham
a pass
looking
play.
to pass, going deep on the right.
Intercepted.
Coleman Handrahan. Coleman Handrahan with the interception, second straight. Comier in the
wideouts.
backfield. Comier gets it, running right up the middle. No razzle dazzle, just hard work right up the middle. Picks up a nice game. Moquin. Comier has it. He's looking to pass. Passes out to Charlie Keith. It's complete. There's your razzle dazzle. First.
Left.
Moquin to Comier. Right up the. Wow. Spinning around. He's still loose. He's on his feet.
From the 7-yard line.
Moquin to Cotter.
He's
Gets
gonna
it.
get
He's
a
loose.
touchdown.
He's in the end zone. He's tripped up. Yep. Touchdown. Cotter.
They're next to me filming for the team. They do
Nice
good
kick
replays.
by
Very high kick.
Heidenreich. Deep. Fielded by their own 12. A lot of pressure coming down. He's
Uh-oh.
still on his feet. Number
That's
1
a
is
block
rushing
in the
around.
back. That was an illegal block in the back by 10
Under
and
center
5.
this time.
Here comes
Looking
the
to pass. He's looking left. A lot of pressure. Under. That's Evan
That
Cuddy.
should be
That should be
there's
ground.
Here comes another pass play.
DeStefano rolling, looking left, right up the middle in the slot. Pass is complete to number 23. Thrasher in the backfield. He's looking to pat. Nope, Thrasher gets the call. Wide open in the
Big
middle. He's into
hole.
the secondary. Still on his feet after a first down.
Hand off.
Nope, we're going to pass. Quick pass out right. Has a wide open man. Wow, that's
Now they're rushing
Stefano
4.
in the shotgun, under pressure, going really deep. No one's down there, but Bigford. Wow, number 13, Comier, right up the middle, still on his feet. Wow, he's really driving. Picks up a first here.
I would see
Moquin looking to
Heidenreich
pass.
go.
Moquin under pressure, gets the pass.
Oh
Intercepted.
boy!
Big
That's gonna be a
interception.
touchdown.
Yep. That's Zach Minch.
Here with Peyton
Set back.
Bickford in the center spot. That's a
Low kick to kill the time off the puck.
They're going to do it.
Yep, there it is. That's Duvall, has the ball. He's across the 25, down at about the 30.
Throw the
In the
ball.
shotgun. He's stepping back, he's looking, he's rolling right, he's looking right, he's going down. He's got Charlie Keith, he's got a first down with that. Now, Moquin set back, looking for Diaz, rolling right, looking left. Under a lot of pressure, still looking.
Throw it away.
I don't left. He's looking to pass. He's looking deep. Pass is open to Duval. He's
Okay, just
wrapped
get down,
up
call
down and at
timeout.
the third play here. 2 seconds. Moquin looking to pass. He's got a lot of people going down. He's going left. He's going deep, and he has a man. No. Pass was intended for 81. Jared Heidenreich. That'll close us out the first half. 10. I'm Al Paleman. He has his first opportunity. Fakes it over to Peyton Bickford. Tries to go right up the middle of the line. Bobbles the ball just a bit. Ball may be
The ball
loose.
came out.
He's got 4 wide receivers. DeStefano looking to pass. He's going right. Pass is incomplete. On the looking for Castillo Diaz. Pass is complete. Looks like 3 to Rivera.
Nice job by 71.
What penetration brought DeStefano hand up right
Oh,
up
it's a
into the
big
middle.
hole. Big hole.
Big hole. Finally brought down.
2 backs.
Hockham under center. Looking to pass. He's going right. Going deep into the corner. Has a man. Number 6. Diving for the kick. Hockham.
That's a bad.
Bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down backfield. Low snap. He's rolling right. He's looking right. Passes up. Passes completed to number 2085. That's Charlie Keith for
Juno.
Moquin. Dropping a pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He's springing
ducks
free.
under it.
He's throwing off as an arm. Has a wide open man. That's Colby Putnam. He's to his left. Low snap this time. Moquin keeps it himself, bumping to the outside. He's picking up more. He's off. He got another first down for the first time across midfield. Moquin sending to pass. Has an open man across the middle. That's Diaz. He's open. He's got a touchdown. Frankie Diaz for the little green handoff. Nope. Right up the middle. Really got nowhere to go. He is going
Duval
deep.
was late getting there.
On the coverage is Duval and St. Ange. Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 1. No, there's no safety help here. They're going to get a pass off, and no, it's going to be Moquin. He's going to pass on the run. He's going to keep it himself. He's running up, picking up some yards. He's still down.
Quick
Moquin
post
looking to
route.
pass. He's looking for Diaz. He's going deep again.
That's a
Has him.
hold. That's
Yep,
a hold
that's a
on
hold.
not kick
Yep,
it
they're gonna
again.
Give a little kick
Another-
right towards that
that's a-
sideline.
Yeah. Again, single coverage with St. Ange at the bottom.
This is
part of our
Holcomb. Keeps
screen.
it
He's gonna
himself.
run
He's
it.
running right up the middle.
Oh, what a block.
Yeah, somebody had a big block. He's
And
running
he's-
for a lot of yards. He's out towards the
He'll
sideline.
tackle him.
St. Ange will get him out of bounds at about the 20. Hockham, 3 steps back, looking to pass.
Filto
He's under a lot of pressure. Filto is doing what he can. Closing in is Brown. Brown will grab him.
on the line. Here comes a blitz.
Hockham under pressure, passed off, hand
Wow.
off right away. Grizzlies.
2 on each side.
Hockham, 3 steps back, going to his right, under pressure by
That was a
Filto
hold on
again.
30.
Absolutely a hold. Wrapped up by Coleman. Handra points.
Low snap.
Low snap. Hockham, quick pass out. Pass was caught.
We
It's
went
going to be
for the-
short. Pass off. Thrasher, it looks like. I don't think he's there. Hockham under center, 2 in the backfield for his support.
That's
Hands
another
off
handoff.
right away.
And he's going to get this.
That's Rivera.
Oh,
I believe.
no.
Wow, Duval is
Duval.
there. He's
Here
looking
comes
to
a pass
pass. Quick
play.
pass out left. Pass is nearly into.
Kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown.
We haven't been done that in a few games. Katakomia running back. He's
That's a
all the way
great
down
kick.
at the goal line. Goffstown does their play, and
They
it's a
fumbled
fumble.
it.
They fumbled the ball. Diaz in motion. Diaz, nope. Moquin gets it, looking to move around.
For Goffstown
High
here.
snap for Heidenreich, and he's 6'3". Almost blocked, gets a punt off.
That's
He's going
a
to
good
get a
kick.
Grizzly roll all the way to the 45. In on the tack. DeStefano under center to Thrasher, right up the middle. Picks. That's
Oh, he
DeStefano
passes
looking to
now.
pass. He's going left. He's under a lot of pressure by Adam Moses. Closing in is Jackson Eddy. Slide back to receive. He's
gonna
running it
fake it.
himself. Panad is there to try to stop him, and he knocks him out of bounds.
Well, that's gonna
This
be
is going to be a
close.
close air in the backfield. Comier gets the call, running right up the middle, has a little bit of a hole. He's still on his feet, moving forward. He makes it all the way to the 40.
bit of a
Moquin
break.
in the shotgun. Comier, no, Moquin, a quick pass out to Frankie Diaz. Passes too. You're all in.
Yeah. Here comes a
Hockham
pass
looking
play.
to pass, going deep on the right.
Intercepted.
Coleman Handrahan. Coleman Handrahan with the interception, second straight. Comier in the
wideouts.
backfield. Comier gets it, running right up the middle. No razzle dazzle, just hard work right up the middle. Picks up a nice game. Moquin, Comier has it. He's looking to pass. Passes out to Charlie Keith. It's complete. There's your razzle dazzle. First.
He's left.
Moquin to Comier. Right up the. Wow. Spinning around. He's still loose. He's on his feet.
On the 7-yard line.
Moquin to Carter.
He's
gets
gonna
it.
get
He's
a
loose.
touchdown.
He's in the end zone. He's tripped up. Yep. Touchdown, Carter.
They're next to me filming for the team. They do
Nice
instant
kick
replays.
by
Very high kick.
Heidenreich. Deep, fielded by their own 12. A lot of pressure coming down. He's still on his feet. Number
That's
one
a
is
block
rushing
in the
around.
back. That was an illegal block in the back by
Under center this time.
Here comes
Looking
the
to pass. He's looking left. A lot of pressure. That's Evan
That
Cuddy.
should be.
That should be
there's
ground.
Here comes another pass play.
DiStefano rolling, looking left, right up the middle in the slot. Pass is completed to number 23. Oh, Thrasher in the backfield. He's looking to pat. Nope, Thrasher gets the call. Wide open in the
Big
middle. He's into
hole.
the secondary. Still on his feet after a first down.
Handoff.
Nope, we're going to pass. Quick pass out right. Has a wide open man. Wow, that's
Now they're rushing
DiStefano
4.
in the shotgun under pressure, going really deep. No one's down there, but Bigford. Wow, number 13, Cormier, right up the middle, still on his feet. Wow, he's really driving. Picks up a first here.
I like to see
Moquin looking to
Heidenreich
pass.
go.
Moquin under pressure, gets the pass. Intercepted.
Oh, boy.
Big
That's going to be a
interception.
touchdown.
Yep. That's Zach Minch.
Here with Peyton
Set back.
Bigford in the center spot. It's a
Low kick to kill the time off the clock.
they're going to do it.
Yep, there it is. That's Duvall, has the ball. He's across the 25, down at about the 30.
Throw the
In the
ball.
shotgun. He's stepping back, he's looking, he's rolling right, he's looking right, he's going down. He's got Charlie Keith, he's got a first down with that. Now, Moquin set back, looking for Diaz, rolling right, looking left. Under a lot of pressure, still
Throw it
looking.
away. Throw it away.
Left, he's looking to pass, he's looking deep, pass is open to Duval, he's
Okay, just
wrapped
get down,
up
call
down at
timeout.
the third. Hillman, he has his first opportunity, fakes it over to Peyton Bigford, tries to go right up the middle of the line, bobbles the ball just a bit, ball may be
The ball
loose.
came out.
He's got 4 wide receivers. DiStefano looking to
a
pass,
pass.
he's going right, pass is incomplete, on the, looking for Castillo Diaz, pass is complete, looks like 3 to Rivera.
Nice job by 71.
What penetration brought DiStefano hand up right
Oh,
up
it's a
into
big
the middle.
hole. Big hole.
Big hole. Finally brought down.
2 backs.
Hockham under center. Looking to pass. He's going right. Going deep into the corner. Has a man. Number 6. Diving for the kick. Hockham
That's a bad.
bobbles the ball. He's down on the ball. He's going to be down backfield. Low snap. He's rolling right. He's looking right. Passes up. Passes completed to number 2085. That's Charlie Keith for
Juno.
Moquin. Dropping a pass. He's under a lot of pressure. He's springing
ducks
free.
under it.
He's throwing off as an arm. Has a wide open man. That's Colby Putnam. He's going to his left. Low snap this time. Moquin keeps it himself, pumping to the outside. He's picking up more. He's off. He got another first down for the first time across midfield. Moquin sending to pass. Has an open man across the middle. That's Diaz. He's open. He's got a touchdown. Frankie Diaz for the little green handoff. Nope. Right up the middle. Really got nowhere to go. He is going
Duval
deep.
was late getting there.
On the coverage is Duval and St. Ange. Pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 1. No, there's no safety help here. They're going to get a pass off. And no, it's going to be Moquin. He's going to pass on the run. He's going to keep it himself. He's running up, picking up some yards. He's still down.
Quick
Moquin
post
looking to
route.
pass. He's looking for Diaz. He's going deep again.
That's a
Has him.
hold. That's
Yep,
a hold
That's a
on
hold.
to kick
Yep,
it
they're gonna
again.
Give a little kick
Another-
right towards that
that's a-
sideline.
Yeah. Again, single coverage with St. Ange at the bottom.
This is
part of our
Holcomb. Keeps
screen.
it
He's gonna
himself. He's
run it.
running right up the middle.
Oh, what a block.
Yeah, somebody had a big block. He's
And
running
he's-
for a lot of yards. He's out towards the
He'll
sideline.
tackle him.
St. Ange will get him out of bounds at about the 20. Hockham 3 steps back, looking to pass.
Filto
He's under a lot of pressure. Filto is doing what he can. Closing in is Brown. Brown will grab him.
on the line. Here comes a blitz.
Hockham under pressure, passed off, hand
Wow.
off right away. Grizzlies.
2 on each side.
Hockham 3 steps back, going to his right, under pressure
That
by
was a
Filto
hold on
again.
30.
Absolutely a hold. Wrapped up by Coleman. Handler point.
Low snap.
Low snap. Hockham quick pass out. Pass was caught.
We
It's going to
went
be
for the-
short. Pass off. Thrasher, it looks like. I don't think he's there. He did. Hockham under center, 2 in the backfield for his support.
That's
Hands
another
off
handoff,
right away.
and he's going to get this.
That's Rivera.
Oh, no.
Wow, Duval is
Duval.
there. He's
Comes
looking
a
to pass.
pass
Quick
play.
pass out left. Passes nearly into.
Kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown.
We haven't done that in a few games. Katakomia running back. He's
That's a
all the way
great
down
kick.
at the goal line. Goffstown does their play, and
They
it's a
fumbled
fumble.
it.
They fumbled the ball. Diaz in motion. Diaz, nope. Moquin gets it, looking to move around.
For Goffstown
High
here.
snap for Heidenreich, and he's 6'3". Almost blocked, gets a punt off.
That's
going
a
to
good
get a
kick.
Grizzly roll all the way to the 45. In on the tack. DiStefano under center to Thrasher, right up the middle. Picks. That's
Oh, he
DiStefano
passes
looking to
now.
pass. He's going left. He's under a lot of pressure by Adam Moses. Closing in is Jackson Eddy. Slide back to receive. He's
gonna
running it
fake it.
himself. Panad is there to try to stop him, and he knocks him out of bounds.
Well, that's gonna
This
be
is going to be a
close.
close air in the backfield. Comier gets the call, running right up the middle, has a little bit of a hole. He's still on his feet, moving forward. He makes it all the way to the 40.
bit of a
Moquin
break.
in the shotgun. Comier, no, Moquin, a quick pass out to Frankie Diaz. Passes too. You're all in.
Yeah. Here comes the
Hockham
pass
looking
play.
to pass, going deep on the right.
Intercepted.
Coleman Handrahan. Coleman Handrahan with the interception, second straight. Comier in the
wideouts.
backfield. Comier gets it, running right up the middle. No razzle dazzle, just hard work right up the middle. Picks up a nice game. Moquin. Comier has it. He's looking to pass. Passes out to Charlie Keith. It's complete. There's your razzle dazzle. First
Left.
Moquin to Comier. Right up the. Wow. Spinning around. He's still loose. He's on his feet.
From the 7-yard line.
Moquin to Cotter.
He's
Gets
gonna
it.
get
He's
a
loose.
touchdown.
He's in the end zone. He's tripped up. Yep. Touchdown. Cotter.
They're next to me filming for the team. They do
Nice
instant
kick
replays.
by
Very high kick.
Heidenreich. Deep. Fielded by their own 12. A lot of pressure coming down. He's
Uh-oh.
still on his feet. Number
That's
one
a
is
block
rushing
in the
around.
back. That was an illegal block in the back by
Under center this time.
Here comes
Looking
the
to pass. He's looking left. A lot of pressure. Under. That's Evan
That
Cuddy.
should be
That should be
there's
ground.
Here comes another pass play.
DeStefano rolling, looking left, right up the middle in the slot. Pass is complete to number 23. Oh, Thrasher in the backfield. He's looking to pat. Nope, Thrasher gets the call. Wide open in the
Big
middle. He's into
hole.
the secondary. Still on his feet after a first down.
Handoff.
No, we're going to pass. Quick pass out right. Has a wide open man. Wow, that's
Now they're rushing
Stefano
4.
in the shotgun under pressure, going really deep. No one's down there, but Bigford. Wow, number 13, Comier, right up the middle, still on his feet. Wow, he's really driving. Picks up a first
Here. I like to see
Moquin looking to
Heidenreich
pass.
go.
Moquin under pressure, gets the pass.
Oh
Intercepted.
boy.
Big
That's going to be a
interception.
touchdown.
Yep. That's Zach Minch. Welcome, Grizzly Nation. Welcome back to second half action here at the Grizzly Den, where your hometown, Goffstown Grizzlies, lead the 3-3 Little Green of Manchester Central by a score of 14-10. Scott, what a game we've had so far.
You know what? A little bit closer than I would have liked. That it was that last, defensive interception by a lineman for a touchdown, a pick six, which really put a damper on Goffstown's half, which I thought they made mistakes, but they were looking pretty good.
You know, Scott, tit for tat, this for that, interception after interception. Coleman Handrahan sets up a nice scoring drive that finally is capped off by Carter Comier, and then all of a sudden the Little Green get the ball on a pick six and put points on the board rather quickly. And they get to maintain possession because the Grizzlies will be kicking right off to the Little Green right now.
Yeah, so Goffstown has uncharacteristically made some flubs. The kickoff return that was fumbled by Duval. They had another flub on, what was that? Was that a punt where they flubbed the...
Well, the first kickoff of the game.
No, that one, but then the other one where it was on a handoff where they have that play where they...
Yes.
That was another little
a punt,
bit of a
yep.
flub. So, so now... Okay, so we're going to get ready for kickoff here.
Yes, we are. Starting the second half. Scott's trying to get the fans going to no avail. Scott, Scott, I see some action in the stands. I see some life. All three people, Scott.
Maybe we picked the wrong cheerleaders.
Yeah, So, folks, as we said, the Little Green will be receiving the kick, which is really, really a momentum killer for the Grizzlies. After giving up that pick six, we now have to kick right back to them. So this is an opportunity for the Little Green, Scott, to really rake hay while the sun shines.
I agree. And the temperature, the sun has kind of went behind the clouds, Alan, so the temperature has dropped about 5 degrees, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Well, same thing for the Little Green. They really haven't turned the ball over a whole lot.
No.
That one interception.
Heidenreich set to kick. Nice low line drive all the way down. We got
That's
some
a
whistles.
flag. It was offsides on Goffstown.
Flag down on the field. That's going to now move them back on that kick.
About 5 yards. Yep. It was So that'll push Goffstown back 5 yards, Allen, to the 35. So this will give them a little better field position.
Yeah, it sure will. So the receivers for the Little Green are certainly moving up on this one as the instead of kicking from the 40, he'll be kicking from the 35. But we know Sam has a strong leg, so it's still gonna. We got to get the special teams down there and get some coverage on that ball. A fresh 12 minutes are on the clock.
So
hide and like kick. This time it's a little higher, deep into the corner. It's going to be handled by Chandler, clean from his own 12. He's running around to the outside. He has some blockers. He's going to make that turn. He's going to have an opportunity. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Jake Brown, number 52. He's out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Little Green, 1st and 10.
yeah, so that 5-yard penalty, hurt him a little bit.
Yep, not too bad.
Yep.
Looks like Hockham gets the call from his coach, Gray. He'll start out second half as the quarterback.
Well, I don't know. Interesting to see what happens. What Central's primary objective here is. Are they going to start off with the run with Rivera and Tessier at the fullback position?
Yeah, let's see right here.
It looks like they're going to pound it.
Hockham under center. Rivera gets the ball right up the middle. Met right away by Pinard. Pinard spins away from Pinard. And I think that's Duval finally finished him off after he picked up just about maybe 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Pinard definitely made contact, but he couldn't wrap him, and he just spun out of it.
Slowed him down, certainly, and then Duval comes in and finishes him right off. This is going to be a great defensive core even next year, Scott. I mean, they're all coming back.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm a little concerned here with St. Ange single coverage.
Hockham to Rivera right up the middle, has
Big
a room.
hole.
Cross midfield, wrapped up and brought down by a slew of Grizzlies. He's into Grizzly territory. He's down at about the 48.
So we're going to see a replay on this particular play. There's a really big hole on the left-hand side by Central. And anytime that your running back gets into that second level, which is what happened there, you're relying upon your safety to make a tackle, and that could always be dangerous. One break, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, certainly a strong running back as Rivera is. He gets into the secondary, probably a little bit sturdy and stockier than a lot of most secondaries.
So that's a first down for Central, and they're at Goffstown's 49-yard line.
Rivera in the backfield with Tessier at the fullback. Under center is Hockham. Rivera really nowhere to go. He didn't get, maybe picked up a yard, if that, Scott.
Oh. I don't know if you saw that, but the referee
like
took a little bit of a headbutt. It wasn't intentional. I think he was trying to spin out of something.
Yeah. 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 9. 2nd and 8, they're calling it. I can't see 8 yards there.
Yeah, Scott, I don't see that either. We're right in front of the yardstick.
I'm going to say 2nd and 9. 10 minutes on the clock. Little Green trail by 4. It's still Hockham under center for the Little Green. This time in the backfield is number 30. That's Thrasher. Hockham looking to pass. Straight back. He's looking up the middle. Pass is up. It's well overshot, even for Peyton Bigford. That's going to bring up 3rd down, 8 yards to go.
And that was really good defense by Peyton Bickford. He didn't, overcommit on that. That ball was thrown a little bit high. Goffstown is really only rushing 3, and they are getting some pressure, but with only 3. So that means they're dropping 8 guys pretty much into coverage on those.
Which you got to really be able to knock that ball right, thread that needle really tight.
Big defensive stop here for Goffstown.
Hockham with Thrasher, low snap, picks it off the ground. He's running to the right. Pernard in pursuit, coming up as Diaz. Wow, finally Poisson finishes him right off, and he drops right where he hit him.
So we're going to see a replay on this one, and again, it was a good job by the defensive line to get a little bit of a push. And what you're going to see here is, Poisson just comes up and just throws a licking on the Central player. He's a really tough guy, Poisson.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean,
he's not incredibly huge. I mean, he's just so strong, though.
Set to kick for the Little Green is Jubry. Set back are 4 receivers for the Grizzlies. He usually gets a strong kick. This one not so good, but it's kind of dancing on the ground. Carter Chenard does a nice job grabbing it He's looking for some blockers. He's going to be brought down at about the 18-yard line, I would say, Scott.
Yeah, a very dangerous play by Chouinard. Great hands.
Great hands. That was.
But it was a tough play. But it was one of those things that he had to do, because if he didn't, the ball would have gone down to the 5-yard line.
Sure.
So give Chouinard a lot of credit.
Grizzlies 1st and 10 from their own 18, 9-11 on the clock with a 4-point lead over the Little Green. This is Goffstown TV sports broadcast. We hope you're enjoying the show, whether it's in replay coverage or live action today in HD, Scott.
Very, very proud of that. So this is our first time really in HD on YouTube, and hopefully this will be the wave of the future. So big drive here, right? I mean, this is a big drive for Goffstown. This is a big drive.
Let's put points on the board. No one in the backfield but Nick Moquin, the Nugget they call him in motion. Carter Cormier. Cormier gets it. He's running out to the outside. He tries to cut back. He's spinning around. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Not quite sure, Scott.
Yeah, Cormier is best when he runs north-south. He doesn't quite have that elusive speed to run around the edge, but his discipline is basically trying to shoot in between the guard and the tackle to pick up his runs, go more north-south. And that one, he tried to string it out and got caught.
And that brings up 2nd and 12 for the Grizzlies with a 4-point lead with 8:40 on the clock. Cormier to the left of Moquin. Moquin looking to pass, has a lot of weapons out there deployed. He's under pressure, big man coming after him. Pass is complete to Diaz. He's wide open. He's got a first down, it looks like. Scott, can you confirm that? Is that a first down?
It is very close. I can't confirm it. We're going to get a replay on this one, and I don't know if he got that first down. It looks like it's going to be about a yard short.
Boy, you know, when you see the composure that Nick had, I mean, he heard the footsteps of that big lineman chasing him down right behind, gets that pass off complete to Frankie Diaz. Frankie Diaz does a good job of trying to lean forward to get the first down. I think he's just shy. 3rd and 1 for the Grizzlies, under 8 minutes here.
I'd like to see a handoff here.
Moquin to Cormier. Cormier wrapped up right away. I think he's got it.
He's got it.
Yeah. He got some nice penetration there. Carter did a good job.
Hopefully they'll give him a good spot. I mean, that's the key.
Oh, yeah. That's a first down.
I can't tell. They're going to call in the chains. It looks like it is, but.
Yeah, from here. Well, I guess it's deceiving the angle that we're at.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay on this one for the spot. It is really a difficult angle for us to make that determination where we are.
This would be a nice first down for the Grizzlies. There's some slack in that
There's a couple
line.
of plays.
I think they're short.
No, I think he got it.
Yes, the Grizzlies got the first down. Whole new set of downs for the Grizzlies here with 7:34 on the clock with the 4-point lead. Crack-a-jack camera crew here today. Yeah. Main camera by Parker on the swim team. Is that right, Parker? Yes, he is. What's your favorite, what is it, the backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly? Freestyle. We got Moquin. Keeps it himself right up the middle, picking up, moving his feet. Yeah, forward progress, going to get him at least 3 yards, Scott, it looks like. Grizzlies picking up the yards.
Yeah, I always get a little nervous when I see Moquin what is he, about $180, $190 going up against guys who are 275, 300 pounds. I mean, you look at some of these guys, you're like, oh. But Moquin, again, one thing I will say about
this. 166.
Yeah, one thing I'd say about this team is Goffstown is strong.
Yeah.
They are not, tremendously big in terms of their weight, but there's so many guys that are very, very strong.
Pickup of 2 yards on the play brings up 2nd and 8. Moquin and Cormier. Moquin looking to pass. Quick pass out is to Diaz.
What you want
he
to
has
see.
Room. He has a stutter step. He's going to be brought out of bounds, I think about 2 yards shy of the first down. Good pickup of 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, we're going to see a replay on this one, too. And again, he was a bit elusive there. He picked up probably, 6 or 7 on that?
I think so.
Yeah, number 30 was lucky. He came in like a bull in a china closet, and he was able to stop himself, but that could have been a 15-yard penalty if he would have hit him. Tried
to do a little shake and bake. Didn't really fake many defenders off, but he was still able to get some good yardage on that play. Moquin in the shotgun. To Cormier. No, Moquin gets it himself. Easily first down. He's across the 40-yard line. Down at about the 41. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 as they move the chains one more time.
Again, let's give a little credit to the offensive line. They created a lot of holes there for Moquin for that read option play. He was going to feed it to Cormier. He pulls it back, and he went on the right side of the line.
Checking into the game is Duval for Cormier. Also, Charlie Keith at the bottom of the screen. Joey Poisson and Jared Heidenreich. Duval gets the carry. Read that play right away. Oh, he didn't have the ball. I thought Duval had the ball. Scott.
And there, I did too. There's flags everywhere.
Wow. All right. Well, Andrew didn't have that ball on that one. The mailman wasn't going to deliver a package he didn't have. So I was faked out.
See what that is.
Excellent. First down, Grizzlies.
So that was a face mask penalty on Central after the ball carrier, I guess, was down.
I certainly didn't see it.
Yeah,
you know,
we got faked out up here, to be honest with you.
I was watching Andrew Duval. The action was down the middle.
Yeah, our studio is going to just inform us they're going to replay this one. Again, that was a great misdirection type play. We all thought Duval had the ball, but he didn't.
Moquin, Cormier is back this time. Cormier gets it, running right up, hits his own player, still moving his feet, picks up maybe 2 yards, maybe 3 yards on that play.
Again, nice job by the offensive line on that one. I saw Trevor Post. He sealed off his defender. Look like he hurt his hand a little bit.
Good spot for the Grizzlies. At the Little Green 39, Grizzlies are 2nd and 8.
So they're running the ball on the right side.
That's not 8 yards, Scott. That's like 6 yards.
Yeah.
High snap. Cormier gets it. He's still on his feet. He's moving. The pile. Boy, that pile's moving. And he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, he'll be about the 30-yard line.
Excellent
again,
drive by Carter Cormier.
You're going to see here, you got to give credit to the line. You got Mr. Lewis. Yeah, we got his dad right next to us.
We got an injured player for the Little Green. But Jordan did a good job moving the pile.
Jordan, Wynn, Post, all these guys are really doing well. Josh White just playing incredibly well. So we have a break in the action here while they tend to this Central player. So let's talk a little bit about this drive. So far, it's been a lot of running, and that, to me, you know, that's a credit to the offensive line. They're running the ball quite a bit, and when they're not running, it's kind of like a screen pass out to the sidelines.
And it's also credit to Coach Huff, as we know. I mean, they're really a second-half team, and certainly he can make the adjustments as needed. And he must have seen something or some little gap or some little spot that he could exploit, and clearly it's working.
Okay, so good news for the Little Green, number 30.
That's Thrasher.
And he's one of their better players, so you want to see him up on his feet, and he looks like he's okay, so he's quite the player. So Goffstown will take over on the Little Green 31 with a first down.
1st and 10 with 5:09 on the clock. Moquin with Cormier this time to his right. Cormier gets it. No, Moquin gets it. He's off to the right side. He's running to the races. He's going to be out at about the 25-yard line. That is going to be a pickup of about maybe 4 yards on the play.
So Javel Desir went over to make the tackle low on Moquin, and then Moquin just kind of hopped over him to pick up another 2 yards. So that was a nice. I don't like that spot, to be honest with you. I thought he got to the 25. Boy. They give him only to the 26, but
pickup of maybe 4 yards.
4 yards on that one. Very important here for Goffstown to come away with points.
Points, any kind of points. We're getting close to field goal points. High snap. Moquin bobbled it with Cormier. Cormier's still on his feet. He's trying to get to the outside. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. And he fumbled the ball.
No, the ball.
They whistled it.
The ball was whistled dead.
Yep, they whistled the ball. Big play here.
We're going to see a replay, but forward motion was stopped.
Yep.
The whistle blew, and then the ball came out. So, again, a tough break for Central, but that's what happened.
Well, they blew the whistle, and when the whistle is blown, the play is dead. If you fumble the ball after the whistle is blown, Scott, too bad.
And again, he lost his forward motion. As you can see, they spotted the ball at the 34-yard line. So now the ball is on the 34.
Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 6 with 4 minutes The ball
I
appears to be on the 30.
It's more than that. It's
the 34-yard line. Rolling to his right is Moquin. He's looking to pass. Passes up, and he has an open man, and it's caught. First down. He's at the 17-yard line, and that's Jared Heidenreich. Now we're in points range. Let's see a wrap-up of this one.
Yeah, so I think on this particular play, Moquin got the protection from his offensive line, scrambles to the right, and Heidenreich sets into that zone, and he's wide open, and he has good hands, Heidenreich.
Scott, that particular play they've done repeatedly today. Really, they've had that play at will at any time they want. Moquin keeps it himself, wrapped up, got a nice block. Wow, all the defenders are hitting each other, for Pete's sake.
That one looked like things got messed up rather quickly. Looked like Central's defenders were able to get into the backfield, and Moquin was lucky just to get to the 15-yard line.
Zach Minch is coming off the field with a lot of pain to his right hand.
He's one of their premier players.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the size of him takes up room on the field. And
so, Alan, on that play, Moquin got 2 yards, basically what could have been a loss of yardage. So good job by Moquin.
Yep. Moquin in the shotgun. Cormier to his left. Cormier gets it, bumps to the outside. He's still on his feet. He's really moving that pile. Boy, flag is down late.
You're going to see probably a holding penalty on Wynn. Anytime you have an offensive player who ends up on the ground, a lineman, usually means that he's tackled some other guy. We're going to get a replay on this one. If you could focus in on number 70, who I think was going to be caught with a holding penalty. That'll bring him back 10 yards.
Yes, it will. That'll be 2nd down and 8. No.
Again, that's a tough one because we had the ball in field goal range, and now you're at 20. So you're at the outer limits of that range.
Oh, we know he has the leg.
He does,
but you're right. You're pushing it at that point to expect automatic points on the board.
And this is the type of game where
you need a touchdown spread.
I think you want a touchdown here, but you definitely want to take whatever points you can get. The game is too close right now. Is number 5 Poisson on offense?
Absolutely. He's been there multiple times today.
Now we
got more flags down.
A delay of game on Goffstown, so that'll bring them back another 5. So this is almost, again, it's tough. I'm not saying it's inexcusable, but you got to get your plays in.
Yep, we got a timeout, Goffstown, with 2:26 on the clock, where they maintain a 4-point lead over the Little Green of Central.
Was that a timeout, Alan, or was that a delay of game penalty? I wasn't sure.
Well, I saw a flag down, but they've since called a timeout.
Let's see if we can.
Let's rile up the fans. No doing, Scott.
They're standing up, but they're not really doing much. I think they're checking their iPhones.
Well, they're probably on the phone. They got important things to do,
Exactly.
Scott.
They got business to attend to.
Sure they do.
There you go. The music maybe that will fire them up.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy fires everybody up. If we can get a crowd shot here.
Here we go. I think this movement in the crowd. They are alive. And so are we at Goffstown TV in HD today. 2:26, 2nd and 14. Moquin looking to pass under pressure. Frankie Diaz out of the outstretched arm of Frankie.
And that was really nice coverage by Central. It really wasn't much there.
That was number Tangway. That's number 13, Tangway, for the Little Green. Was there a flag on the play?
No flags on that play.
Okay.
I think it was on our screen.
I gotcha.
So 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third.
Scott, the only thing Goffstown TV now is an illustrator so that we can do our X's and O's. Moquin in the shotgun keeps it himself. Razzle-dazzle wrapped up right away. He's down at the 20-yard line. Boy, he's back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so fourth down
and 14. Let's see Sam's coming out to the field.
This
Look
is
slowly and methodically.
Yeah, but this is
somebody get a camera on Sam as he's coming out. Look at this. Mr. Composure.
You know, this is a really, really important field goal
sure
right
it
here.
is. The clock is still ticking. We're just under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Heidenreich is set to kick to put 3 extra points on the board to bring the Grizzlies to 17. We know he has the leg. Scott, this is going to work out to be about a 36-yard field goal. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's going to be short. There's a flag
there's
down.
A flag. Let's hope it's on Central.
Yeah, it's almost like he hit it fat on the kick.
And it's not. It's on Goffstown. Motion.
It's like
They're
when you
gonna
hit a golf
decline
club
it.
and you kind of hit it fat. He
Yeah.
didn't get a lot of boot on it like that we know he can.
So that's a missed opportunity for Goffstown,
Well,
who
Scott,
did a really good job.
From field position standpoint, it's no worse than a punt or a kickoff.
Oh,
I mean, they're
get you.
down at the 20-yard line. They got a lot of room
They
to
had
go.
a really good drive. It would have been nice to put some points on the board. In Central, they bended, but they did not break.
Yep.
So now it's back up to Goffstown's defense. And I'm curious to see, whether or not that's a first down.
Holcomb is the quarterback. Rivera in the backfield with Tessier at fullback. Holcomb looking to pass. He's looking to go deep. There is coverage there by St. Ange. Wow, nice defense by St. Ange. Intended for Chandler, number 1. Incomplete.
So we're going to have a replay here, and really good job by Chandler. He looked like he was open for a little bit, but then the ball was lofted up there, and St. Ange was able to close. St. Ange has good closing speed.
He had very good coverage on that play. There wasn't. I'm going to tell you, you would really had to have threaded that needle to get that into the hands of Chandler.
You got to keep in mind, though, that St. Ange does not have really a whole lot of over-the-top safety help. I mean, he's on an own island there.
He didn't need it on that in particular.
So both him and Chouinard, I mean, our safeties are playing pretty close up to the line for that run. It's a run.
Quick up in the middle, has a room. That's Holcomb. He's on his feet.
Oh, that's a tough
He's
play
out
right
to
here.
the outside. Handerhand is the closest one to him. He's across midfield. He's out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Big play by the Little Green. That'll be 1st and 10 in Grizzly territory.
So again, we're going to see this one again. This is reminiscent of that big play that they had on the 40-yard run in the first half, where the quarterback, that was a designed quarterback run. And what it does is it creates a lot of gaping holes for that quarterback to run through, and all he needs is a couple of blocks, which he was able to pick up there. So that will take it to the 45-yard line of the Grizzlies with 1:16 left in the third.
Holcomb right at midfield.
was
Low
movement.
snap on the ground.
That's
We got
movement
flags
on Central, and it was their wide receiver to the top part of your screen, number 13. He took off early.
Yep. That'll push them back. That'll bring up 1st and 15 with 1:14 on the clock.
Yeah, Tanguay got a little overzealous on that one, left early. And again, aside from that one interception, we really haven't seen a whole lot of turnovers or mistakes from this Central team. I mean, they've not put the ball on the ground on a fumble, have they? I haven't seen that.
No.
And look at the size of this line. You're getting a really good angle, folks, of how big this
at the
Central
center. Look at the
offensive
center.
line is.
That's Holcomb with Thrasher. Gets some protection. Passes complete to Riviera. Tripped up on the play. Missed
Several missed tackles
A gaggle
there.
of Grizzlies after a gain of about 10 yards on the play, but because of the penalty, they're still going to be shy of the first down.
But what you're going to see there is
Second
we're
and
going
5.
We're going to see a replay on this one. You're just looking at the athleticism of Rivera. He's in a wide receiver role and basically goes into the open part of the Goffstown zone. And because he's an athlete, he gives a couple of moves and he picks up 5 more yards. So that's 2nd down and 3. He picked up 12 yards on that play.
3 yards to go, 37 on the clock. Holcomb under center for the Little Green. 3 in the backfield. He gets the Grizzlies on a hard count. Grizzlies, that's going to give him a first down.
You had 3 Grizzlies jump on that one.
Oh, yeah.
On that hard count. So good job by Central. You know, this is what wins football games, is little things like that, where they were in a hole.
They just moved the ball an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, they were in a hole on a 1st down and 15. Nice play over to their running back, who picks up 12, and then they hard count.
This is a big defensive series for the Grizzlies. If they can stop the Little Green from adding any points on the board, this would be big. Holcomb fakes the handoff. He's going deep into that right corner. He's attacking St. Ange. Passes incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Now, that should not be a flag.
No
I'm going to tell
way.
you
We've
why.
seen that all season.
Because in high school football, you are allowed to face guard or shield the receiver. We're going to get a replay on this one.
That was nowhere near a penalty.
You are allowed to shield the receiver. You just can't touch him. And they're going to call pass interference on that play. It's not at the spot of the ball. It's a 10-yard penalty.
But Scott, you know, we've seen multiple defense players, D-backs, play that type of role, and no flag all season.
So there was a flag on that particular play, and that's going to give them another 10 yards. And that ball we spotted at the 22-yard line.
They keep picking up first downs.
Yeah. Well, on penalties, too.
Yep. 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies lead by a small margin, 14-10. All Central momentum as we speak.
So keep in mind that their running back is now split out.
Holcomb, low snap, under pressure, quick pass out to the out of bounds. He's, pushed out by St. Ange on the coverage.
I couldn't see from my angle, but did he pick up more than a couple yards on that?
No.
So now we're headed into the fourth.
Headed into the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead here at the Grizzly Den. This broadcast is brought to you by GTV Sports.
So as we switch sides, Alan, I think this is just another example of why you can ill afford to keep a team like a Central in these games where it becomes so close. That interception before the half, where it was previously a 14-3 game, now it's 14-10, and Central is driving potentially for another touchdown.
They're on the doorstep, and that's going to be all the difference of a field goal. Grizzlies come back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, clearly, this is a really, really big defensive stand for Goffstown with a 2nd and 7. They can afford to give up a field goal. They cannot afford to give up a touchdown here.
Holcomb going left deep into the corner on the coverage is
had
there.
It. He had it in his hands.
That's Chenard and Duval slipped right through his hands. Intended receiver was 13, Tanguay.
We're going to see a replay from the studio on this one, and Tanguay had this ball. I mean, that ball was really thrown well because it was only to Tanguay, and the ball slipped through his hand, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Again, give it to the Grizzlies D-backs. They're right there on the coverage. There's not a whole lot of room between them and the open receiver.
They don't have a whole lot of height either. Keep that in mind.
Holcomb this time from the shotgun runs it himself up the middle. Wow, met right away. Who is that? That's Pernard right away. Boy, he maybe took a half a step and Pernard was reading that. In comes their kicker to put 3 on the board. That's Zach Elliott. Zach Elliott definitely has the leg strong enough to kick this 33-yard field goal attempt.
You got to keep in mind, too, that Pernard moved a guy, number 79, who's probably 300 pounds, and he pushed him back 3 yards.
Kick is up. It's low. It's
That
to the
is
outside. No good.
Big miss for Central. Alan, can I go back to that last defensive play? Pernard, I don't know what his weight is.
I'll tell you what his weight is.
You can tell me what his weight is, but he pushed a 300-pound guy 3 yards back.
He's 5'11", 212.
Okay, well, he's a pretty strong 5'11", 212.
Yeah, he is.
Because he pretty much pushed that offensive lineman into the quarterback.
Yep.
And shut that play down.
Just under 12 minutes
He's been doing that all year.
A great season for the linebacking crew.
This is probably one of the most important offensive drives that Goffstown is going to have. in terms
Moquin
of
high
putting
snap,
points on.
keeps it himself, runs it up the middle. Maybe he's still on his feet. Wow, picked up maybe 7 yards on the play, maybe 8 yards. Good heads-up play, good patience by Nick.
Mike Tessier, who plays fullback, he was in on the tackle.
Checking in is Joey Poisson for Colby Putnam.
Oh, he made a lot out of that. I mean, he got 6 yards out of that play, Alan.
Oh, he got, yeah. Yeah. Moquin to Comier, right up the middle. He's running around. He's got first down and more. He's across the 35-yard line, down at about the 36. Grizzlies doing a dandy job moving the chains.
So again, we're going to show this on replay, and you're just going to see a really good push by the offensive line, and Cormier is hitting those gaps and going.
This is Carter's best running game, in my opinion.
Yeah, Josh White, he never stopped on that one. Josh White is playing, it looks like right tackle. Left tackle, I'm sorry.
Bottom of your screen is Charlie Keith in the slot. Frankie Diaz, top of your screen, Heidenreich. Comier gets it right up the middle. He's running. He's still moving his feet. Still picks up about 3-4 yards on the play. Excellent time every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, that
Scott,
time he went over the right side of the line over. And, you know, he's able to pick up 2 to 3 yards, even on plays that seem like they're stopped from the get-go.
3 yards on that play brings up 2nd and 7, under 10 minutes here with a 4-point lead over the Central.
Just going back to what I was saying, if they can have a long, sustained drive and put a touchdown on the board,
and that kill the it does two things.
That could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what they can't have happen is they can't turn the ball over.
Moquin, Comier running to the outside. He's close to the 40. He's across the 40. He's down at the 43-yard line. Pick up again of about maybe 4 yards on the play.
And that was a tough spot. That was a really good run over the left side. White was there. But Heidenreich was in no man's land. He tried. He couldn't really put a block on it. It would have been a block on the back, so he kind of got out of the way.
9 minutes here remaining. 3rd down. 3 yards to go for a first down for the Grizzlies.
This is a really big 3rd down and 3 for Goffstown. They've been successful so far on the running plays. Let's see if they go back to it.
Moquin rolling to his right. Has an open receiver going deep this time to Charlie Keith. Deflected.
I don't know why he did not. If we can get a replay on this one.
Ola Breeze.
I'm wondering if the studio can give me a replay on this one. You're going to see Castillo Diaz
wide
open, like 3 or 4 yards out. And if you're looking to get a first down, then you got to go to the sure-handed guy.
Yes,
Moquin just missed that one.
Yep.
And now we're going to be in a punting situation.
Heidenreich, number 81, set up to punt with 8:41, trying to push the Little Green back as far as they can go. Nice snap. Good high kick. Grizzlies get a lot of coverage downfield. It is fair caught by number 13, Tangway.
At the
25-yard line, exactly.
That was
First
one of the best punts that I think
That
I've
was a
seen.
terrific punt. Nice and high. Grizzlies got a lot of coverage. Able to get a lot of hang time, to get a lot of time down there.
You know, so once again, I think Goffstown had about, 3 first downs on that drive, but they got stopped by Central.
Yeah.
And on a 3rd down and 3 with Castillo Diaz wide open in the flat.
So, Scott, to take your phrase a moment ago, if they can hold him here and then score and then hold him again, time is going to run out.
Well,
There's not that much time left.
I think you have to keep in mind here that if they can hold them and score, you know, it could potentially be a 2-possession game if they score a touchdown.
Holcomb in the shotgun, looking to pass. He's going right. Pass is complete.
Tangway, right?
Is that number 13? That's 13. That's Tangway.
Yeah. It's interesting because we're calling the same numbers over and over again.
Pickup of about 7 yards on the play for Little Green brings up 2nd and 3.
And on that situation, the secondary for Goffstown was playing a zone, or what looked to be the zone. Maybe they're disguising it differently.
Scott, when that sun goes away, certainly cools things down. Holcomb, shotgun, tries to keep it himself wrapped up right away. Nice penetration by the Grizzlies defensive line.
Yeah, we're going to get a replay on that one, and I'm not sure if it was 55. There was,
Well,
I
that's
think it was-
Pinard, but
I
also
thought Pinard came around the right side of that defensive line and got that. So that was awesome. It's always great when you get help from the studio on a tackle. It's great. Thank you, Adam.
Oh, he called it in for you?
Yeah, we got technology.
Oh,
I got earpieces
Listen,
and everything.
the next up is we're going to get a drone camera
Right.
hovering over the field like a spider
All right,
cam.
so this is a big 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6, 7 on the clock. Holcomb with Thrasher. He's looking to pass this time right up to Thrasher. He bobbles it. He was wide open. He bobbled the ball. Wow, that would have been a big play for the Little Green.
So why don't you, this is going to be a replay.
Yeah, replay's going to show this. Quarterback right in the shotgun, takes more than a few steps back, has the fullback and the running back, Thrasher, number 30, wide open, gets a nice short quiddle pass out, and just can't hold on to the ball.
That was a really good defensive stand for Goffstown to get the ball back here. And they'll get the ball back probably either at the 40 or 50-yard line after this punt.
Grizzlies will have good field position. Low snap for the big fella. Good kick. Just across midfield. It hit. Okay. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 48. With 6:53 on the clock with a 4-point lead, Grizzlies need to put points on the board.
So interestingly, Coach Huft is playing the game of field position right now. I mean, he's usually, I call him the gambler, because he will go for crazy stuff, but he recognizes what this game is. This game is all about a playoff spot, potentially, and he's playing the game of field position, so Goffstown's going to get it at their own 48.
You got to know when to hold them.
Right.
Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You got to count your money. Sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. How about that? We know it's live. We're going to get more viewership.
We know it's live
More
TV.
viewership. Moquin in the shotgun. No, we got flag down, whistles blaring.
Don't tell me another delay a game. And
Dead
it's
ball,
another
delay a game on the Grizzlies. That'll push them back. 1st and 15 with just under 7 minutes remaining.
This is stuff that
We got a timeout on the Grizzlies.
another timeout, and I don't really know if I like that, but I think we've now called 2 timeouts, so we've only have 1 timeout, and it's not like we're up by 14 or 20 points here.
And usually Coach is stingy with calling timeouts.
Right.
This is now he's going to have 1 left with 7 minutes, so that you never know, that could come back and haunt us.
I'm going to have to sport my GTV jacket.
It's
getting
getting a
colder.
little too chilly.
Let's give credit to Central. They've only given up 14 points to this Goffstown team.
Moquin and Cormier. Now usually Josh Juneau does get some running plays. I'm wondering if Josh is injured.
I don't know.
Because we haven't seen him since the first quarter.
We've only seen him touch the ball a couple of times. But
and
Cormier,
even when Cormier is in, Juneau gets some carries.
Yeah. Cormier has had an effective game.
Very good. I think his best running game of the
Yeah.
year. Duval in motion. Moquin. Duval gets it. They read that right up. He darts across midfield. He's still on his feet. He's across down at the 44-yard line. Picks up 6 yards on the play.
So we're going to see this one again, and you're going to see a really big, probably about a 10-yard pickup by Duval. He comes in motion from the bottom part of your screen to the top part. He gets the handoff and then quickly cuts it upfield, and he gets a really good chunk of yardage there. And now it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4.
I'd like to see that passing play that we've called that has been wide open all game, similar to that play where they went for Charlie Keith, but Frankie was open. I'd like to see that play one time. Cormier gets it. He's still on his feet. He's dancing. He's moving. He's dipping and dodging. He is down. He picked up maybe 2 yards on the play, Scott.
Yeah, he's about a yard shy of a 1st down, I think. And Goffstown's doing a quick hurry-up set here.
5:43. Moquin to Comier right up the middle. He's going to be short. I don't think he got that.
It's going to be really close. They're going to have to bring the chains in on this one.
That was 3rd and 1, and I think he's going to be short, Scott. I think he needed to make it to the 40.
No, he needs. It's a little shy of that. It's around the 41-yard line. As an injured player, I don't know where they're spotting the ball. It's going to be really close. I think we're going to be short by a football.
And I think at this point in the game right here, you go for this. 4th
I do
and
too.
1, you're in their zone.
I agree. They're going to bring the chains out.
Yeah.
Referee is calling for
his
timeout.
timeout. He's going to call the chains out there. I think it's short.
I think
Scott.
we're short by a football.
I think so. Well, no, look at that. Looking at that, boy. I think he's got it. Look at that.
No, I think he's short by a football.
No, look at all that. I think he's got it.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, I missed. I got the first one, you got the second one.
Yeah, that
We're
was
tied.
that was wild.
For those of you who are keeping score.
Folks, it's kind of difficult to see from where we are, where the line is and where the sticks are planted, but that's great. 1st and 10, Grizzlies 5:28 here with a 4-point lead. Grizzlies really tempting to kind of just push the ball a little bit further, Scott. They seem like they've been down here a couple times with no success of any point.
You're
whatsoever.
absolutely right. Central has played defense that bends but has not broken.
Yeah, they're in the strategy of taking as much time as they can, Scott. Look at it's 1st down. They're waiting till that back judge lifts his hand. Comier gets the ball running right up the middle, and boy, I think he picked up maybe 2 yards on the play. But Scott, it's evident that they're chewing up as much time as humanly possible.
I agree. I would like to see them chew the clock, but put at least a touchdown on the board here.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
3 would be.
Yeah, 3 would be good, but.
But
better.
Before that was in Heidenreich's range. That was a 35-yarder.
Yep.
And he was well short on that one, and plus it was an offsides.
Moquin again waiting for that back judge to raise his hand, Scott, and then they have 5 seconds remaining. So he's taking all the time possible with 2nd and 8. He looks at his watch. He lifts his hands. Now he'll go into his cadence. Comier gets the ball running out right up the middle, picking up more yards on the play. Forward progress will get him about maybe 2 more. Scott, there's still going to be about maybe 5 yards short. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, about a 3rd and 5, I think, coming here. Maybe 3rd and 6. So, yeah, Goffstown is definitely looking to chew the clock.
And, Scott, what this tells me is the coach trusts his defense. He's trusting his defense enough that he's saying,
well,
we don't need more points on the board.
The defense has not given up a touchdown. It was a pick 6.
Correct, and that's why he's doing this.
I know that. That always makes me nervous because it could always just be one fluke play.
That's exactly right.
And you saw 2 plays go for more than 40 yards by Central. Big play here for Goffstown.
Moquin looking to pass, looking to get a 1st down. Wide open man, Jared Heidenreich. He's
staying bounds.
He's got the 1st down easily. 1st and 10. Now that, boy, Scott, they're going to chew up a lot of time here. We're going to see this play one more time. We're going to see Moquin get that quick.
Yeah, so on this particular play, it was a pass to Heidenreich, and what you're going to see here is, again, Heidenreich had time. Moquin had time, but Heidenreich grabbed that ball, Alan, and really brought it in for a much-needed 1st down to keep this drive extended.
Well, not so much just keeping the drive extended, Scott, but really just to kind of maintain the ticking of the clock, right? I mean, they're really playing on the defensive side of the game to let the defense just get back on the field and stop this little green.
Yeah, so we're at the 26-yard line now, the little green.
Under 3.5, 1st and 10, whole new fresh set of downs. That's going to be Carter Comier. He's going to get wrapped up right away. Really no yardage on the play.
He's got to be careful holding on to the ball.
Yeah.
Was there a timeout?
Yeah, it looks like Little Green called a timeout with 3:17 on the clock.
Yes, we heard the coach, why is this clock moving?
Yeah.
So, what we're seeing right here is that on the 26-yard line, there are 2 opportunities for a potential 1st down for Goffstown. if Goffstown is fortunate enough to get those first downs, this game would be over then because Central won't be able to stop the clock.
Whole different strategy, Scott, coming into the second half.
So Central, they've only taken one timeout?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
This is their first timeout.
Grizzlies waiting to come to the line of scrimmage, taking their time, chatting in the huddle, maybe talking about what everybody's wearing at the homecoming dance tonight and who they're taking.
Yeah, it goes back to that play right before half, though. I mean, this wouldn't even be an issue right now.
Yeah.
14-3. Second down and 11. Ball spot at the 27.
Moquin with Diaz in motion. Diaz is already moving. He gets the ball. He's sweeping right around. He's trapped up right away. Boy, he goes right back into a pile of Little Green.
Yeah, what a great pursuit by the Little Green there. They're pretty excited
again,
about
they come
that.
Up, Scott, they come up with the ball, and again, they're looking for that turnover, the strip, but the whistle was already blown. It's the second time that they get all excited over nothing.
So they're going to call another timeout. That's their second
Little Green
timeout.
timeout, yep.
So my question for you, Alan, is that the ball now is on the 29-yard line. We lost a couple of yards on that. It's going to bring up a big third down and 11. What do you do if you're Goffstown here on fourth down? Let's say you don't make it. What do you do?
4th and 13?
Or let's say it's fourth down and 7. What do you do? I mean, do you punt? Do you go for it?
Yeah, because, I mean, the defense is holding the Little Green. They haven't made much more of an 80-yard progress down the field all day today. I think the coach is trusting his defense. Maybe give one last play and just try to run around to the outside and pick up maybe 3 or 4 more yards, because what's a punt going to do?
Yeah.
It's going to pick up, 10 yards? I mean, you kick it out of the end zone, they're going to put the ball on the 20.
Do you think that Goffstown's going to pass these next 2?
I think so. And I think they go with that play that Frankie was open on.
Well, again, they're playing so tight up at the line. Castillo Diaz has single coverage unless 34 drops back.
Moquin looking to pass. He's going deep. He's going all the way to Frankie Diaz.
That's a penalty.
That's a touchdown. Frankie Diaz with the flag. They'll decline that. That's a Grizzly touchdown.
You know, I was going to say, if they didn't throw a flag on that one, Alan, after that was the same exact play. So we're going to see, Alan, a replay. Would you mind sharing what's happened on this one?
Moquin from the shotgun, moving out right away, immediately looked for Diaz. Wide open on the play with a little bit of pass interference. Diaz jumps up, leaps up, grabs that, comes down with it. No need for the flag. The Grizzlies declined that one easily. Touchdown, 6 points for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we recognize that up here where we saw single coverage on Castillo Diaz. You just can't do that. He's too fast.
Again, credit to the coaching staff. They line up 3 wide receivers on the top of the screen, leave Frankie all by himself.
It's a really big extra point here that'll make it an 11-point difference, which means it'll be a 2-touchdown.
Yep.
2 touchdowns. So again, this is critical. And I will tell you that I watched practice this week, one of the practices, and Coach Huff practices this goal line about for 15 minutes.
What a backbreaker if you're a Central. Extra point is up, plenty of leg for Heidenreich. No flags. That's a good extra points. That's another 7. That's 21-10. Grizzlies with 3 minutes left. Folks, this is really what the Grizzlies are looking to do now.
That was the breathing room that they needed. And honestly, if it wasn't for that pick 6, it wouldn't even be a game.
Think about this. Central now has 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
If Central is able to make quick work and get 7 points on the board, the Grizzlies will still be up by 4 points. They'll get the ball, easily drain out the clock by that point.
Assumingly, then it's a onside kick.
The Little Green is going to take some amount of time to get from 3 minutes all the way to the end of the game to get points on the board. If they're successful, they're going to have to go for 7.
Right.
The Grizzlies will then get the kickoff. They'll have plenty of time to drain the clock because they don't have enough timeouts to prevent it from happening. Barring big plays or turnovers, this game's all but over.
I would agree, but as Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over.
That's right. Nice touchdown by Frankie Diaz from
Let's
Nick
see if
Moquin.
we can go and get a
29
crowd
yards
shot here. Zoom in on the crowd.
The crowd is looking forward to the dance tonight.
There's no doubt about it. We got a lot of people that have already left the stands because of that last touchdown, getting ready to
Are they warming up the bus, Scott? That's what I want to know. Are they warming up the bus?
There must have been a penalty for unsportsman. Oh, that was a penalty for the pass interference, which then gets.
Heidenreich gets the kick from Central's 45. That's easily out of bounds. They're not going to have any chance to return that. Not at all.
That was a nice catch.
Very nice catch by the Cowboy.
Yeah.
We got somebody out there with the Cowboy hat, and he had a nice grab on that.
He's not the gambler, but he's the Cowboy.
Well, that's the theme today, evidently.
You know, speaking of the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, they look pretty good. But
they're the real deal this year. Yeah, they are.
I feel, I feel as if
the Green Bay Packers are struggling again so bad.
Mightily.
Oh boy, I don't know how they're going to even make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, it's rough watching the Packers sometimes. Sometimes they look really good,
and you know what's even worse? It's the fans of the Packers that are just, oh my goodness gracious.
Well, it's wearing that like.
Hey, here's a shout out to Broden McCune heading to a Packer game himself. I believe it's his first game at Lambeau Field. Okay, here's the little green. That's Holcomb. Looking to pass. He's looking left. Passes left to Rivera. Passes incomplete. Right on his back is Justin Pernard.
You know, we typically at this juncture of the game, we talk about players that we want to talk to afterwards. I think Justin Pernard, who just came up on that one, is definitely someone who stepped up.
Carter Cormier, best game of the year for him, and I would say Frankie Diaz. Just one tick of the clock, under 3 minutes, where the Grizzlies lead the Little Green 21-7. This is GTV Sports with your HD live coverage today. Holcomb, 3 steps back, looking to pass deep into coverage. Wow, has a man open. He's still on his feet across midfield. Who was that? That's Joey Poisson bringing him down after a big gain by the Little Green. That's number 13, Tangway.
Yeah, we're going to see this one on replay, and you know, honestly, this was probably not the best defense in the world, letting a guy get behind you. It was a great throw. He definitely threw him in stride.
Holcomb just downs the ball to stop the clock. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That was probably the best throw by the Central quarterback all game long.
That was an excellent pass.
Caught him in stride.
Yeah, excellent pass. Right in between the coverage of the Grizzlies. I think it was it wasn't Joey. Joey finished the play. I think on the top of the screen was that St. Ange?
St. Ange. I believe it was St. Ange.
Yeah, great pass right in between the coverage. And the Grizzlies had good coverage on that play. It's Holcomb at Grizzly 47. Ooh, St. Ange went for the interception. Tangway's out of bounds.
It's kind of strange, but his timing
seems like he's just a little off.
His timing is off on those deflections. That's the second one that we've seen this game where he had an easy opportunity to bat the ball down. He had phenomenal coverage.
Yeah, I mean, he's really in the right position every time.
He's there, but for some reason the timing is off in terms of batting the ball down. But I want to keep something in mind here. The ball's on the 35-yard line of the Grizzlies, and there's still 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. So unless
this is the best drive that Central has had all game.
I'm just saying, they're putting things together very quickly.
Holcomb, 3 steps back, 4 steps, looking left. He's running left. He's under a lot of pressure. That's a hold on Evan Cuddy.
They finally called it.
Excellent job on that call. That was a hold all the way.
Very animated you are on
that one. Well,
that's
unbelievable that they've been doing this, and there's no calls on this.
Yeah, we're going to see a replay. Alan, why don't you call it since you saw that?
Excellent penetration by the defensive end, Evan Cuddy. Really gets pressure on the quarterback. He's pursuing the quarterback, and big number 73 just can't keep up with him, so the only thing he has to do is just kind of tie him up and hold him up, and finally we saw the flag.
You know, a guy like Evan Cuddy, again, he's not a massive guy, but he is fast, really fast, and very strong. So he leverages his strength, and there's only 3 guys rushing on that, you know.
And he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
What is he going to be like when he's a senior?
I don't know. If that guy sticks being in the weight room.
Apparently, talking to his parents, he loves the weight room. He loves the weight room.
Well, it showed on that type of play because he was up against 2 offensive linemen and was able to exert pressure.
Brings up 1st and 20. Big play by Evan Cuddy on that.
Again, because you only have three rushing right now. Everybody else is dropping back. Holcomb
set back to pass. Pass is going right. Intended for number 1. That's Chandler. On the coverage was Poisson and Handrahan.
Yeah, we're going to have a replay on this one. I think Duval also came up from his safety spot. That ball was thrown into almost double, if not triple coverage. So, Alan, we've got 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. The ball's on the 47-yard line of the Little Green, and it's a 2nd down and 20 coming up.
Yeah, big play. You got to obviously air it out. 2.5 minutes. Grizzlies lead by 11.
They put number 4 back in at quarterback.
This is a lot for the Little Green to overcome at this point. Holcomb with looking quick pass out to Rivera. He's really got nowhere to go. Bickford on the coverage.
What
First
a
one
great
to wrap
play
him up.
by Bickford.
Yep.
What a great play by Bickford. We're going to get another look at this one, and what you're going to see here is that Bickford was dialed into that play from his he plays safety, but he plays more like a linebacker, and he just quickly goes onto that receiver, and that was a loss of another 10 yards.
This is like 3rd and 35. I mean,
it's a long ways. They're going backwards.
And now we're just under the 2-minute mark. Keep in mind, again, the Central Little Green only has 1 timeout remaining. This clock is going to keep going.
It's a 3rd and 34.
3rd and 34. Woo!
Just don't let anybody get behind you.
You need the car to get that mileage. Holcomb rolling to his right. He's clearly going deep all the way to the corner, but in the coverage is there. Andrew Duval, slipped through his hands. The mailman slipped right through his hands. I think he could have been gone about 60 yards.
He's got his hands on his head. He's like, oh, my God, how did I miss that? But, Andrew, you've been gone for, 4 games?
Yeah.
And we're going to see this one again. And this is a situation where Goffstown is playing more or less a prevent defense. It's called nobody get behind you defense.
Yep.
Duval reads that. He reads the quarterback, goes over, and he leaps for the ball, but it goes right through his hands.
Scott, the Little Green have taken their last time out with 1:37 on the clock, trailing by 11. It's 4th and 34. They find themselves in, you don't go 34 yards. It's Grizzlies ball, and it's all but over at that point. It is all but over. It is over. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, it's going to be awfully difficult right now for Central to come back down 11 with a 4th and 34. I mean, this will be a Hail Mary pass right here. And then after that, it's just Goffstown taking a knee.
So, Scott, today we had a Moquin to Diaz pass. We had a Diaz touchdown. And then we had Carter Comier touchdown today.
Again, I think Goffstown played well enough to win. I'm sure the coaching staff saw some missed opportunities. I think we did not execute quite the way coaching staff would like in terms of some of these muffed handoffs and certainly that kickoff return. But overall, I think the coaching staff should be elated with the defense for the Grizzlies.
Holcomb brings the Little Green to the line of scrimmage.
Only one Goffstown rusher, and he just basically
Quick
gets
slot pass. Doing a little razzle-dazzle. The ball's loose. Rivera on it. Grizzlies will pick up the ball at their own 40-yard line. 1:28 on the clock. That'll do it for the Grizzlies. But,
so that's
what a nice little desperation play with that little pass.
It was like that hook and ladder type play. Goffstown smelled that one. But Central, we're going to see that one again. And Central, again, you're going to see a classic type hook and ladder where the Central quarterback throws it out to the receiver, and then he laterals it to another receiver going down the sideline, but he couldn't get a hold of it, and unfortunately that play didn't materialize. That was a 4th down and 34, so Goffstown takes over on downs.
Yeah. And again, with no timeouts left, this isn't a surprise. Comier is set really far back. What's the purpose of that?
In case it's a muffed.
Okay.
If he's there as kind of like a safety, in case there's a muffed snap. Yeah.
2nd down, and that's gonna bring up a lot. Folks, we hope you enjoyed today's live HD broadcast. A lot goes into this. We want to thank our crew: Tad, Parker, Kevin.
You see,
Sarah, and how about congratulations to Sarah with her recent acceptance to Husson College. Let's give her a little round of applause and a congratulations. She'll be moving on for, I believe, broadcast management. So that's a great job. Sarah, congratulations, and thank you to all the crew. And, of course, our leader, our fearless leader, Adam McCune in the back of the studio.
So
Thanks,
this
Adam.
is our broadcast selfie. I don't know if Sarah's switched to it, but really good game for Goffstown.
And here's Parker.
And here's Parker. You can get in there.
Look at, he's in action.
So a really good game for Goffstown, and
Very good to come up with a W.
Sarah,
this,
now you're on TV.
This all but really locked in, no hope for Central making the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is it. And Goffstown, again, should make the playoffs with this victory.
Absolutely. Well,
so we're going to go down to the field. I'm going to go and get the players for you.
Thanks for tuning in to today's coverage. Grizzlies lead 21-0. Tune right in afterwards for our stars of the game.
All right, so we're going to